just a little bit, Your Honor.
Sure.
Let's just look right at the fifth call. Okay, we can look at that one. There is nothing of probative value in the fifth call. All that you hear for over 5 minutes in the fifth call are people desperately urging
telling the
Donovan Thomas
Seaton to hang on. But it's
what's the probative value of that, Your Honor?
Well,
other than the tragedy of his death.
Well, we don't know that.
You can listen. You listened to the call.
Yeah, I did.
I don't mean to ask you questions, but as long as we're having a dialogue.
I did. Yes, sir.
I don't see any probative value of that, Your Honor, none. And when you look at that fifth call on top of the other four, it's certainly cumulative. Why do you need all 5 of these 911 calls? Why isn't that cumulative?
Well, they also, in the fifth call, isn't Donovan Thomas nut? Isn't that his?
He's nut, yes.
Well, then that's definitely one reason that they probably want to go ahead and get that.
Well, then
that identifies him as nut. I mean, and then later potentially the decedent in this case.
Are they going to have no other evidence that identifies that man as nut?
I don't know, but
if they'd like to concede that they have no other evidence than the fifth call that identifies the decedent as Donovan Thomas as peanut or nut, then I can understand that. But it's going to come in over and over and over again that the decedent is Donovan Thomas. So even if you give that they say nut at some point in the fifth call, and honestly, I can't remember one way or the other.
It's near the end of.
But you've got 5 minutes of people desperately urging Mr. Thomas to hold on. It's highly prejudicial and it's cumulative. You've got the other 4 911 calls in there.
All right, I'll ask the state to distinguish that, but sir, okay.
Do you really need all 5?
Yeah. Okay. I'll ask them that question.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate you hearing this.
You're
Salute
very welcome.
everybody in here. Good morning. What's up with y'all?
But you've got 5 minutes of people desperately urging Mr. Thomas to hold on. It's highly prejudicial and it's cumulative. You've got the other 4 911 calls in there.
All right, I'll ask the state to distinguish that, but sir, okay.
Do you really need all 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Salute everybody in here. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Tap the like button for me.
You're very welcome. All right, Ms. Lowe.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the court's in.
All right, what's up with y'all, man? So I didn't plan on playing that, to be honest. That's not what I came to play, for real. I was doing a whole bunch of wild Zone 4 Ben Hill. Man, you bluffing. So to the Atlanta people, yo, how come I ain't know the international robbing crew was from New Orleans, man? That's weird. How does that intermingle with the Atlanta people, bro? 30 Deep was running with them? Tap the like button, y'all. Let's get some people in. It's Saturday, you know, it's slow. Well, that's what I was on last night. Straight up. Salute to everybody in here. That's what I was on last night, though. International robbing crew. And they not from Atlanta. But 30 Deep was rocking with them. Like, that's a little bit tricky, right? Salute to everybody in here. What's up, though? I guess I'll wait till some people start talking. He got hit in the leg. He said he got hit in the leg. Yeah, I'm in here. Tap the like button. Good morning to everybody in here, man. Tap the like button when you come in. We need some energy in the room. We can't just go off of my energy. What's up? I'm sharing the room with y'all. What's up? What type of vibes we got going on? I could rock, but we need some good vibes in here. What's up? But I thought they said new Thug was beefing with the New Orleans boys. And what's up with this clip that people keep telling me about where it's alleged that Young Thug ran the bullies off? What is that about? Who's the bully? Who's the bully that Thug ran off, y'all? And was 30 Deep really running with the IRC? That's where they get all of this kick door robbery stuff from, and they wasn't even on that? Woo! Yo, your name can't be that, bro. What's up? Tap the like button. Good morning to everybody in here, man. Straight up. Y'all bojangling in the joint. Y'all bojangling in the joint, man. Let me know y'all in here, man. Come on. It's deep. Yo. I'm ready. So Atlanta wasn't even thugging till Slugger showed up. Who's Slugger? Atlanta ain't know how to slide or do no robberies until Slugger and them pulled up and start getting with y'all. Hold up, bro. So what tick no Slugger, y'all? Them boys start running around that like that after New Orleans? Hold on. How does work, y'all? Let me know. They were influenced by New Orleans and Miami. Come on, bro. Where the people that want to know about the juice? These the other parts of the story, y'all. They talking about, look, I ain't just stumbled upon IRC. Nah. The protector of Atlanta. What? The hate committee? Yeah, I got Rico with them. Well, with one group of them. Salute to everybody in here. Tap the like button. I was going to do something a little bit different. I felt like, I can explain why I was doing research on the robbing crew. Basically, it's alleged that at some point 30 Deep was mingling with these boys or something, and they had a beef. All right, yo, when y'all talk to me, tell me something I don't know. So I know that part, Douglas. I get that part. You going like, yo, when you talk to me, just know I'm not green. So you can't tell me stuff like that. Like that ain't saying nothing to me. You can't tell I'm past that, Douglas? Come on, bro. This stuff I'm asking is past you telling me that. That's obvious right there, what you just said. But that's not the perception that people tell. People try to tell the perception like y'all was beefing. And everybody was trying to run the New Orleans gangs up out of there. I'm asking a whole new angle. I asked, was IRC running with 30 Deep? If you from Atlanta and you're not going to answer that, Don't say shit right now. Straight up. Straight up. If you ain't going to answer what I'm asking, don't say nothing about nothing right now if you from Atlanta. I don't need that. I'm asking something that makes sense. I don't need just barbershop. Oh, yeah, them niggas, woo, woo. Nah. I asked a direct question. Seem like people don't like asking those. During Katrina, allegedly Thug, he's saying that he was running around acting an ass. Man, where the proof? With a proof. I don't believe it. I feel like crime in Atlanta has always been high. Remember when our neighborhood got sprayed like maybe 95, then the next 2 weeks cars got broken into or stolen. We moved all that. Yeah, I got your email. I ain't read it yet. Nikki, what you talking about, Mr. Glass? Nobody ain't answered shit I just said, though. Tap the like button for me, y'all. I mean, if y'all real people, please. Let's get some people in here. Saturday. I see why people losing interest in the trial, to be honest. It's fading. He don't look guilty. Man. All right. All right, I see. All right, we need some juice. What? Yeah, good morning to everybody that's in here, man. If you don't know what's going on, basically I was trying to get onto a little, I wanted to find out the international robbing crew and how they link to the people in Atlanta. Val Pal, we already went down that tour bus situation. We ain't going back to that tour bus. I don't even know why you would bring that shit up. And I already answered that question that you asked right there. So fuck that whole question. I don't even know why you brought that tour bus. I'm not going back to that shit. Fuck you and that tour bus question, straight up. And fuck you for taking us back to that. That is not what the fuck I was talking about. Get that bullshit out my chat. Fuck you and that question, dumbass nigga. Straight up, I'm sitting here trying to get rocking with some content. You going back to stupid shit. What's wrong with you, bro? You must be trolling. Seriously, fuck wrong with you? I was just trying to get right. You talking stupid. Fuck wrong with you? That shit sound dumb. Fuck, dumbass nigga. Fuck out of here. Yo, don't type in here no more, yo. Fuck you and your comments, my nigga. I was trying to rock and do something pod like some upbeat shit. You talking dumb early. Fuck wrong with you? You must be sleepy. Lay your stupid ass down. Fuck. Erase that dumbass comment, bitch. Fuck you doing talking about racy and dumbass? Fuck wrong with you? You's a bitch. Seriously. Seriously, yo. That's clown shit right there. Fuck would you go like that? We just starting off the day trying to be positive. You going dumb talking about you thinking about what he talking about from the other day that we already sorted out. What the hell is you? Say less though, bro. Say less. You go ahead and think about that. Golly, bro. That's some fuck shit. Salute to everybody in here, bro. I appreciate that. So nobody ain't thinking. All right, say less. I might as well not even stream then. Seriously, nobody don't want to comment or think. Niggas just want to watch the trial. Say less. Yeah. So I ain't coming up here giving my energy for free, y'all. Nah, Nikki. That ain't gonna work. I ain't asked for the connection. That ain't gonna work. That don't answer my question. I need more than that. Nah, that ain't no connection. How? You ain't answer the question. That don't answer it. That's a person. Finish it. I don't talk to you like that. I don't come up here and say, yo, they like this, and just say a name. Nah, that's not the answer. It's more than that. How? I don't talk to y'all like that. I don't give y'all information and stop the sentence. Nah, I tell y'all all the way through. So, like, what we doing? If he the connection, how? You not like, you can't just say a person is that put two groups together. How? How is he the median? What? Or else it's nothing. That ain't real work. Let's rock. We know everything else, but yet we can't answer questions right. Say less. It's multiple people in here. It's groups of us in here. Like, come on, bro. It ain't no way. We can't get the stories right. So this just proved the streets don't know shit. Seriously. This proves the streets really don't know shit. Niggas just be speculating. Straight up. I know about Pac-Man Jones. Well, just to let you know, you're going to have to tell me something I don't know, Nikki. You ain't answer shit with that because I just watched something that told me about his connection to them. So, like, I'm already past that. Like, that's what the hell? Cadillac, what's up? I told you to come over here and holler at me? I ran you a commercial. Straight up. I really did. No, I really did run a commercial for you. Real shit. Yeah, I shouted you out. Cause I ain't want them to Yeah, we do need to do a show. I actually said that. I said the same thing, Cadillac. Real shit. Let me know when you're ready. I'm ready whenever. Said the same thing. And we both like fashion. I like fashion too. I seen you doing your fashion thing. I couldn't watch too much of your stream because I ain't want to take too much of your talking points. You understand? So I try to stay away from other bloggers' talking points about the thug shit, so I'm not taking y'all content. Straight up. But yeah, we could rock whenever. Actually, I don't have nothing specific, so whenever you want to rock, what's the best way? What's the best way for us to do it? You think you want to do Discord or you want to do a different format? We could shoot right now if you ain't busy. Let's rock. I'm sure I could freestyle some questions. You know law, so you'll probably be able to answer them and whatever you got. You don't know nothing about tech? All right, hold on. Let me put a link in the chat. I got you. Oh, matter of fact, scroll up, right? Scroll up a little bit. It's a Discord link in the chat. It say join the call in Discord. Tap that link and download that app, and that'll put you in the game, right? Or do you have Discord already? You already familiar with Discord? She should just call in. Y'all don't think we should do the video? Yeah, Cadillac, you need Discord. That's an easy way for you to do video. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, all right, we could do the call-in joint now. See, yeah, they said video would be better. I ain't gonna lie. So it's a real, a real dialogue. Hold on. Either way, the call-in. Matter of fact, I can't even do the regular call-in now. I messed up my regular phone call number, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how I did it, but I did. When I switched my audio interface. Oh, you just woke up? Oh, hold on. Come on my Clubhouse. I got you. Hold on. I got you. I'm about to make a Clubhouse room, right? You can download this app. This going to let you just talk. It ain't no video on this app right here. Hold on. I got you. I'm about to put the link in the chat. This way we could just talk. There go the Clubhouse link right there. I ain't gonna lie, Cadillac, I didn't already sorted through. You ain't gonna need that many. These the good ones. Clubhouse and Discord is usable. I done sorted it out. They got other ones, but these the two that I be using. Believe me, I ain't with a whole bunch of the apps either. But these ones, the Discord got visual and audio, but technically Clubhouse is simpler to work if you just want to talk. The link says the room already ended. You got an account on Clubhouse? I'm in here now. LinkedIn. I don't even know. Look, the weird part about it is I don't know what that is. I never used that for some reason. Oh, let me get you in here. All right, so look, if you click that link right there and follow it, then it should show you the room that I'm in right now on Clubhouse. Yeah, it's a couple people in here now. Y'all want to come up and speak? I heard of it. I never used it. Like a million. I got a million emails from LinkedIn. People saying, "Yo, this person just added you to LinkedIn." I ain't never used LinkedIn. I don't even know what they doing. How they add me? Oh, I'm about to practice law too, Cadillac. You got a firm? I'm trying to come work. And I got Lil Rod with me. You know he just got his case overturned, so me and him about to start a firm. Yeah, but we could come get with you first. Straight up. And you see he got his head cut. So I don't know. He got in a squabble the other day. He might have been squabbling with one of the other lawyers or something about law. Who knows? It looked like he really been in the books. I think he taking it serious now. The police definitely not gonna be able to deal with him on the streets no more. He know too much now. Yeah, salute to everybody in here. King Cam, if you want to talk, bro, say something. I can't tell if you live. Salute to everybody in here. All right, Lauren Cadillac. Uh-oh. We got El Dorado in here. El Dorado Cadillac. El Lauren. Okay, you got the party hat. I got you on a new app, Caddy. You got to unmute your mic, Cad. Hold on, my audio messed up. Y'all talking and I can't hear y'all. Nah, somebody say something.
Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, baby girl. What's up with you?
Good morning. Listen, I need you to know how special you are to get me to download an app. I won't. I hate apps. I don't do it. So that I downloaded an app for you is like, wow.
But look, hold up though. I want you to in reverse. You can use it too though. You see what we doing. So you see it's easy to come on here and just communicate with groups of people.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now, Cam.
Okay, I thought I was banned for a minute.
Yeah, Cadillac. This app is cool. All right, so let's get to it, Lauren. Give me a little bit of background on you.
Well, I am an attorney. I live in the DFW area. I've been practicing law in the DFW area since 2016, full-time with my own firm, which is called Cadillac Law. My name is actually spelled with one L. The car has two L's. So my name is Cadillac, Cadilac, just one.
It's still hard. That's hard.
It is. Thank you. I appreciate it. My focus has always been on real estate and real estate related issues. So, like grandma had a house, that kind of stuff. But I have a very keen interest in the Constitution for obvious reasons. And that's how I got into getting into the Young Thug RICO case.
Okay, explain how that references to that area of law.
So we Americans have a First Amendment right to free speech and expression, which therefore gives us a right to create art and music and artistic expressions without the government coming in and saying no, you can't do that, or using that artistic expression to prosecute you. So I find it particularly interesting. What piqued my interest is that the government was intending on using lyrics from songs to prosecute not just one but 28 people. So that shit's wild to me.
Okay, so you familiar with the Luke Skywalker, the 2 Live Crew case?
No. The only Luke Skywalker I know is from Star Wars.
All right, so I just gave you some sauce. All right, so look,
Okay.
check this out. This same thing that's happening, what you described with the lyrics part of this trial, happened with a group in the beginning of hip hop, Two Live Crew,
Okay.
with their lyrics.
I know Two Live Crew.
All right, so
Or I've heard of them.
yeah, all right. So at the beginning of their career, they group went through a lot of controversy because of the lyrics and the visuals they was doing, right? So they basically got sued. They got took to court in basically the same thing, the art as the lyrics thing. I think you as a lawyer, you might want to spin back and look at that, because when I went back and looked at it, it reminded me of this time period and what we've seen from that side of the lyrics being on trial. So lyrics being used as a weapon in the courtroom, that case kind of sums it up in a surprising way if you scroll back and look at it. They got a documentary on it. It's pretty interesting.
Okay, so that case, I just Googled it right here. Campbell versus Acuff Rose Music is a copyright case.
No. Keep going. No. He got something else. United States versus
prosecution. Okay, let me check.
Yeah. He's a wild guy, so I wouldn't doubt if he got some other cases. But nah, this one gotta be. It can't be a copyright. Nah, this was different. I'm sure he got copyright because he used some wild samples. So
Yeah. So they definitely had some copyright cases here.
That's probably why he's not real rich.
Yeah. It looks like they sampled some song from 1976 or something.
Yeah, he sampled Born in the USA.
Ah, there you go.
Born, yeah. He wow. I think all their songs were samples, to be honest. Now that I'm thinking about it, like the way they was using the sampler, I don't think they really was using too many of their own like keyboards or nothing. So he probably.
I mean, wasn't that what like kind of almost all of original hip hop was?
True.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So yeah, somebody right here, Mac Mall in the chat told me, bro, that case started the advisory sticker on the music.
Okay. I remember. Oh, so the advisory sticker wasn't just that case. It was Al Gore's wife. What was her name? Fifi or something. She had a weird name. Al Gore's wife. She went and petitioned government, and that's how they ended up doing the censorship lyrics. And that's why it was such a big deal when the Metallica guitarist Lars whatever went against Napster. Because it's like, whoa, you were just fighting the same thing. This woman's trying to label this stuff. I do remember that because I was very much alive.
Right. So you think we could see something similar with this case? Like,
This case is a fucking mess, man. So I think what we're actually going to see result from this case is that either RICO cases will stop being charged except federally, or B, certainly the Georgia legislature will write some rules around RICO. Like, for instance, so the reason I fell into this case is because I like constitutional law and I was interested in the First Amendment issue, right? Well, then once I started getting into the case, all these other issues started popping up. Okay, so firstly, there's like a statute of limitations on all crimes except murder. And so all we've seen so far is evidence of shit that happened like a decade ago. So I don't understand, as an attorney even, why any of that shit would be prosecutable at this time, right? And I believe it's because of RICO. So I believe after the state of Georgia sees how much money they spent on this and how unsuccessful they actually were in the end, I believe there will be reform. And maybe they'll put a lid, they'll put some kind of statute of limitations, like it needs to be within the last 5 years or something like that. But I do think there will be reform.
Let me ask you a question specific on that, right? So for the people that didn't really catch that, let me make sure I understand what you just said. So what you're saying is, because of this trial and the way it's drawn out and the whole process of it, including the financial side of it, You said there could be change in Georgia's law to prevent them from going back as far with previous crimes inside of a RICO. That's what you
That's
said?
what I'm thinking. Yeah. That, yes, to either draw some statute of limitations, some limitations around RICO, right? So that you just don't run wild like this trial has, or get rid of RICO itself. We don't have RICO in Texas. Not every state has RICO.
No, it's
RICO is bullshit. Like
yeah,
RICO
a big
is
net,
absolute bullshit.
a vague net.
A vague net, exactly. RICO is, I couldn't actually prove my case beyond a reasonable doubt on a real crime, so I'm going to throw you into this pile over here, and I don't even have to meet my burden, and I don't even have to do the things I need to do if I'm going to prosecute you individually per crime.
All right, so that's similar to what's the client that Matthews is representing. So he said that his client actually went to court for 2 of the robberies that's in the RICO, and
Oh yeah, don't even get me started on that. You remember DK?
yeah,
Walter Murphy? Okay. Walter Murphy, that whole incident he testified about at the gas station at the Citgo, he went to prison for 7 years for his role in that Citgo gas station crime. He was out of prison for less than 3 months when they picked him up on this RICO that included the crime he had just served 7 years time for. Now that to me is a double jeopardy issue, right? Like, no, we don't get to do that. In civil law, we have a thing called res judicata. It means it's already been adjudicated, right? Like you don't get to go back and choose new shit and sue people again. And the government isn't supposed to be able to go back on an old crime and choose new shit and then retry someone. That's double jeopardy. So how the hell Walter Murphy ended up having to take a plea behind this RICO case is really beyond me. It's
it's
it
legalese,
seems
right? Legalese allows them to do it with the RICO. The RICO law is written to where as though now you're not being charged for this crime. I'm using this crime to prove that you're doing this
right.
RICO crime.
Right. Yes. That's the loophole, right? Yeah.
That's the greasiest shit ever. That's
But
great.
that's the greasiest shit ever. It to me, it just reeks of unconstitutionality. And quite frankly, I didn't know that about this case until DK testified because I don't know any of these people, right? Like I
Right,
don't follow hip hop. So I'm showing up like a juror almost. I don't know shit.
right.
So when I found that out about DK, oh my God. I mean, it's just if I were in Georgia, if I were a tax-paying citizen in Fulton County, I would be rioting. I want my money back. You gave $600,000 to that Nathan dude, and you put Miss Love. Miss Love had run for DA in 2020 in some other counties, and she failed. She didn't get elected. Okay, no surprise, right? Like the personality. Ugh. So she didn't get elected. So that what does that tell me? Well, as an attorney, I'm able to, interact with other attorneys. I see how we act, what we do. So when she fails to be elected for DA and Fannie is elected for DA, Fannie gives Love a job and she says, I'll give you this high profile case because you didn't make it over there, but we're friends and I care about you and your ego. So let me give you this high profile case. That's speculation. I'm speculating as to what I think happened, but I'm pretty confident that's how Miss Love got this case. I'm pretty confident that Fannie went after this shit because she actually ran on an anti-gang. I'm going to stop gangs. I guess Atlanta has a really, really bad gang problem. And so she ran on this like anti-gang. And so who do you choose when you want to send a message? How do you do that? You choose someone like Young Thug, who has a huge following, who all of Atlanta knows, and you pull some shit like this. I mean, that's exactly what Fannie did to the ex-president, right? Like she came in and said, oh, okay, RICO charge. So all of this is for publicity. All of this is wasting money that I am sure the citizens of Fulton County could find better ways to spend. And it's really shitting on the Constitution. And here's the worst part. It happens all the time in courtrooms across America.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't hear about it.
Right.
So in a way, this is a nice example because I think a lot more people are interested in this case than maybe other cases. And I think it's bringing people in that wouldn't really care about legal issues, maybe necessarily, but now they're getting a look into like how it really is. And it's not supposed to be this way. Like, we're supposed to have justice. We have these constitutional rights. They're supposed to be like upheld and respected. And the investigators who are putting our lives, like potentially putting us in jail, should at least Google us first, right? Like, come on.
So you think a case like this is similar to, well, hold on. Let me rephrase that. So in reference to these types of cases, this scale of case, does a case like this change law? Like O.J. Simpson case, let's take that for example. The way that was televised and what we seen during that trial, did that change the way trials were treated after that?
To the best of my knowledge, no. I don't think on the OJ case there were any. The biggest misstep was the prosecution bringing the glove in when they had decided they weren't going to. And I guess my understanding is Chris Darden did that behind Marsha Clark's back. She was his boss. She told him not to do it. He did it anyhow.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. The practicing law as a woman in the 90s, like, I wouldn't have been able to do it. It's much better now because of women like Marsha Clark, right? They went in and they stuck with it and they showed we could do the job and so on. But there were no real changes that came out of that. But there are always, if there are cases that go to the Supreme Court, there's going to be changes. Oftentimes inside a state, a case will go to the state Supreme Court and then the state will make changes. And I feel like for this one, the goal, the root, the main cause of everything is always money. So when they see the money spent on this, and I'm talking just the state's money, I'm not talking about the millions that YSL Steel is making defending this man. I'm talking about just the government's money. I think this state is going to think twice before they do some shit like this. I really do. They might make internal policies like, hey, we're not going to prosecute if our trial takes more than 3 months. They might make, different policies like that. The DA here in Dallas, after he got elected, he said, I'm not prosecuting thefts for under $1,000. Like, it's a waste of our time. I'm not doing it. So, yeah. So changes like that can happen. I do believe lots of changes will happen. Also, I don't think Fannie Willis is going to I don't know if she's up for re-election or what, but I don't think she's going to have a super long career out there.
Do you think she could actually flourish in a federal career?
Oh, no.
You
Did you see her testify? Did you see her as a witness?
You think that was bad? I don't think she was that bad as a witness. I might not have seen that much of it, but I didn't think she was that bad. I think she did good as a witness up there.
No, she did awful. No. Here's the thing. She's a lawyer.
Right.
She has a license to practice law. There is a certain decorum that is expected of us in a courtroom.
Hold up.
Period. I don't care if you're on trial or not. If you are the witness, the decorum that you have as an advocate carries with you even at the witness stand. Not for her though. The rest of us, we are expected to act like grown lawyer adults.
Oh, she was too sassy
little
up there.
Bitches. Oh, absolutely, it's disgusting.
Oh, I know.
If I were her lawyer, I would have said, Your Honor, I need a break. And I would have taken her into the jury room and I would have screamed at her. And I would have said, if you ever fucking act that way or answer a question that way again, I will literally walk out of here. Oh, no. No.
I know. I'm looking at it like she just was answering the questions in a way of, I give black women a pass, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Their spice, black women, when they spicy, I believe that they got the right to be spicy, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. It might be because I grew up with my mother, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. My stepfather there, but he my stepfather, y'all. So you already know what time it is. I'm rocking with Mom Dukes. You know what time it is. So I might have gave Fanny the pass on the strength of her. She remind me of my mother or some shit, bro. Because when I seen her, I'm just looking at it like, yeah, Fanny, fuck that. Don't go to jail.
Right. And I'm looking at it going, well, I'm looking at it in several ways. Firstly, you're a lawyer, so you need to act like one. Right. Okay. Behave like one. Secondly, You're a woman. Okay.
Oh shit.
You had to do this shit backwards and in heels. You are out here representing all other women and you're
Okay.
looking like you're looking not nice. It's not a
Hold
good
up
look
though.
for the rest of
Ho
us.
ho ho. All right. In a man's world where men be dragging on women, did she hold it down for y'all though? You saying she should have did it
Well,
more
hold on.
classy.
So, yes, exactly. It's the presentation. Her answers, oh man, when she said, no man has ever supported me but my daddy, I literally yelped out loud. I said, because I felt every bit of that. I said, Fanny, I'm right there with you, girl. I was on her side. Like, what's the when you took out the presentation and you get down to the actual what she was trying to convey, there was a lot of legitimate and very good in there. The problem to me is that she didn't have the presentation that I expect out of a fellow attorney. You
Okay.
know, I expect a fellow attorney to have a certain level of professionalism. Also the other thing is, as an attorney, like I don't get mad at my opposing counsel, right? Like this is our job. We are simply being paid to do this. Okay. So like I didn't call you as a witness because I hate you or because I want to ruin your day or whatever. I called you as a witness because I have a case that I'm being paid to present and I want to win.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, right? It's not personal for me as an attorney. This is my job. It's a career. And so when I encounter other attorneys, that is their job, right? Like their client is not them. She was unable to separate that on the stand. And I would expect personally, if anyone should be able to separate those things, it would be the damn DA. Like, come on, you're the head of prosecution for Fulton County, Georgia. Like, the least you can do is stay composed. And
Right.
you can be composed and spicy. Like you could be classy and spicy at the same time. I've seen my mom ruin some people with one very polite sentence. You know, I've done it to people. So it does exist. You can come out with the spice, you can make your point. I just didn't like the lack of decorum. That's what irritated me about it.
So what about Judge Glanville?
Don't give me YFN Glanville.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. So look, the word on the street is he he biased. That's what the word is. Now I'll be defending him because I say, yo, I feel like the defense is overstacked as far as like the going against the state. I feel like the case, the RICO case has gave the defense an advantage that is abnormal. Them goddamn DAs has never fought this much money on the other side. How you feel
okay.
about that?
Well, first of all, I agree with you. The DA has never fought this much money. I think I was at the gym one morning and I heard you saying that. Like the DA has never done anything but a plea deal, right? So I am 100% there with you. And they have definitely not gone against this much money. Okay. The I must admit first that I am biased. Okay. I am biased against the government. I do not trust the government. I do not like the government. I do not believe the government makes good decisions. I don't. The government is not for Lauren. Okay. So I am viewing this, I'm already looking at it as like, the judge is wrong and the prosecution's wrong. Like it's wrong to be prosecuting people is kind of where my feelings start, right?
Mhm.
But I can usually be brought to a logical conclusion. And I kind of hate to say this. Sometimes in your point earlier where you said, well, it's because it's RICO. You know, we were talking about, these standards and you say, well, it's because it's RICO. That's true. Even though I don't want it to be true, it's true. And I think Glanville's rulings often are the same way. Like he's right. I don't want him to be right. It doesn't feel good to be right. I don't like that the law is written that way. I can't believe our government has come to this, but he's right. That's what the letter of the law says. So that's what he's got to follow, right? He's not allowed to change the law. So he's got to just follow it. And so I find that happening to me and I hate it because I want to just hate YFN Glanville. But this is what I will say. I don't think he would look so biased if he knew how to run his damn courtroom. And one of the people in the chat on my show one day said, well, you know how his household is running then, don't you?
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Because, and I saw something, his wife kind of favors Miss Love. Like they could be cousins or something, right? And so I listen, the way that woman runs him over, the way she talks to the judge, the other day when she screamed at Judge,
Yeah.
oh my God. If I did that, the judge would put me in jail. I'd go straight to contempt if I pulled some shit like that. Are you kidding me? I would
Right.
never. The way when the judge makes a ruling, she comes back to it. She doesn't
Right.
offer anything new. It's not like she found some case law in the last 2 minutes, or she remembered a fact she didn't know. But she just comes back to hound him and grind him down. And he lets her, right? Like she grinds him down. Now, in the last few weeks, he started saying, I made my ruling. I made my ruling. I made my ruling. But we just started hearing that.
Right.
We're like 80 days of presentation. We're 2 years deep, and you're just now trying to put a control on this woman? Are you kidding me? Mm-mm.
But can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Hey, folks, what's up, right? It's your boy.
What's
This
up
D
with you?
Wood, man. How you doing? Hey, how you doing, Cadillac? Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
It's crazy you bring it up about Miss Love, but I got to ask you a question. I got so many questions. What do you feel about how Glanville talks to Shard? Do you feel, I mean,
Oh my God. Don't give me. First of all, I just got to say this. Shard is my favorite lawyer in that courtroom, and I'm going to tell you why. When he did his opening, he started a theme called Fulton County Blue. And throughout his opening, he carried the theme of Fulton County Blue. And we've heard him even touch on it here and there about Fulton County Blue. Carrying a theme through a trial helps you win. Themes are super. So when I hear him have us, oh my God. Oh, this man. I love his cross examinations. He's succinct. He's to the point. I love his objections. He's consistently demanding that there is a record for his client for the we have to preserve the record for appeal, right?
mhm,
Right now, Shard's job is to preserve the record for appeal. Like that's all these lawyers. That's what they're doing,
right.
right? And so I think Shard is fantastic.
Okay.
I
Okay.
read that he might do some of the defense of some of the, child predators in Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
And okay,
No, that's a fact.
Yeah.
I
okay.
checked in his
So
files.
okay. Well, this is the thing. Judges are biased, based on our clients, right? And
Mm-hmm.
there might be some bias that he chooses to defend those people. Now, I must say, if I ever did criminal defense, I would choose not to defend people accused of those things, but that's because I'm a mom.
I mean,
But
legally though, hold on. Let me say something in his defense. If this client shows up and calls you, legally turning that down, you're being you're being prejudiced.
Well,
So
here's the
do
thing.
you turn down clients personally?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're allowed to turn down clients. Like lawsuits. My cases take years, right? So if our personality is not a fit, like we're about to go on a trip together for years, and in this trip, I'm the one in charge. You get to hear information, make decisions, but I'm the one who actually does everything. So if you can't really accept me doing that, you push back a lot, I'm going to dump you. We're not going to do it together. I'm not out here to fight with my client and the opposing counsel.
Right.
So we are allowed to choose. These are our own businesses. We run these businesses. So here's the thing. Our Constitution provides that every person has a right to a fair trial, period, no matter what they're accused of, and also provides that every person is innocent until proven guilty, period. And so somebody has to defend people who are accused of those things, because that is something that we believe of so strongly as a value in our American culture. right? And so the people who do that, it's not because he agrees with what they did. It's not even because he thinks they're innocent. It's because his job as a defense attorney is to protect the Constitution. It's to make sure that the cops did what they're constitutionally required to do. Make sure that the judge is following the rules, to preserve for error and do those things. And we all have a right to have an advocate do that for us. So for me, I'd never be a judge because I'm biased as hell. And also I would never work for the government. But if I were a judge, I would not be biased against someone who chose to represent those type of defendants. To me, that's God's work. Like, that's true American work. But I believe Glanville does not feel that way. I believe I think the people he dislikes in this order, Shard is his number one dislike.
Mm-hmm.
Then Steele.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think he likes Steele.
No, Steele, I do not think he likes Steele. Steele has turned him in for his behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Several of his cases have been overturned because of Steele's appeals. So no, I don't think he likes Steele. But you know who he does like? He likes YSL Ponytail out there in the back.
Yeah.
Harvey.
Homie with the pony.
Homie with the
Yeah,
pony.
well, it turns out Harvey's a pretty incredible attorney. He has done a bunch of civil rights work, but he's done a ton of criminal defense since 1977. And in fact, one of his cases went to the Supreme Court in Georgia, and they have this thing called the Harvey Rule because of him in the 90s.
Yeah.
So he's had a rule for like 30 years. The Harvey Rule and that's his.
You can tell he got seniority though.
Yeah.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie.
You could tell when he talks, Glanville does not interrupt him.
He talked like a goddamn law encyclopedia though. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. He surprised me a couple times off the top of the head. It wasn't. He popped up a couple times and stated complete case law. Damn near like I said, hold on, yo, this old ass dude he ain't just read that, bro. He just saying that shit out his head. I say, yo, he knew the dates. He knew the dates.
Yes.
Like, he said some shit one day, right? He said a couple things, and the judge just automatically was like, all right, say less. I say, oh, nah, he know for sure that homie not playing with that shit. He knows for sure, so there's no need to question him. Because he don't hardly come up and say nothing that much. So when he do, it count.
Exactly.
People, the whole courtroom.
Remember that day he went off on Miss Love when he was talking and Miss Love tried to interrupt him? He don't play. Yeah. I like him too. I like him.
I like the way the defense are working together because they actually Shard and homie with the pony, the way they working with Steele and Adams.
Yeah.
And then Matthews chiming in. And see, I was sleeping the other day. I thought Yak Gotti's defense team was being less involved. But now, ever since I said that, I'm seeing that they actually are. It is less than the others. But Weinstein actually do be communicating more than I thought.
Right.
Yeah, and with Yak Gotti's, his defense. So you got the guys who are talking more, they got paid more, right?
Right.
Period. End of story. Like, easy peasy. You pay me, I talk, right? Like, there's an exact correlation between how much money you pay me and how, like,
I went to court and the nigga ain't say nothing. He should have just told me, y'all ain't talk because you was short like $1,000.
Exactly.
Bro, I swear I looked at him in the court. I said, yo, say woo, 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 woo. He looked at me and he ain't said, I swear to God. Yo, I was thinking to myself, why this nigga ain't say that?
Right.
There you go. More money, more words.
What?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So there's that, right? That's why you barely hear Miss D. Williams get up and say,
yo,
she ain't getting paid shit.
Right.
Okay.
I was still practice though, bro. I'm here. I'm about to show off.
Miss Westmoreland, is she's not a public defender, is she?
No. I seen her do a cross exam, bro.
The little cute one.
No. She did a cross exam.
Oh, in the back. Yeah. But I don't know. Okay, so I know who you're talking about. The little cute one in the back.
Yeah.
I think she's a newer lawyer. From what
she
I'm
with
gathering,
homie with the. I don't think she that new. I think she been around. She did a cross exam, y'all. She ain't bullshit. She ain't bullshit at all. I got a clip of her doing a cross exam.
Okay.
Yeah, none of these lawyers are bullshit. Weinstein came out though. So Yak Gotti's lawyer, he's not talking a lot, but there's so much power in silence. especially when you're not talking a lot, but then you stand up and you play a recording that was played by the prosecution this last week and from the same witness, and you say, last week you said on this recording he says XYZ. You play the recording, you
Mm-hmm.
say, did you hear him say XYZ?
Yeah,
Oh no, I didn't.
right.
Drop the motherfucking mic.
Yeah.
We're done.
Exactly. When he was talking about Gotti said something about roll out the red carpet.
Who did she cross?
Yes, the red. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then all he did was play the recording again.
Yep.
Hey, where did you hear that? Y'all, I said, ooh. And then when Steele got up and asked that guy if he Googled the shit, and the guy said no,
All
I
right.
got died. I got died. Yeah.
Which
So there, huh?
I was about to say, which one of the witnesses you think was the most powerful for the state so far?
Oh, Jesus. Well, yesterday, Weinstein made an argument that the state is using powerful because it actually means prejudice. They want this victim to come or do something. They said it's powerful testimony. And Weinstein said powerful means prejudice. So to that effect, the most prejudicial was the guy who had his head blown off and had absolutely nothing to contribute to the case whatsoever, except that he had half a fucking skull. And then when he sat there and accidentally defecated himself in front of that jury, come on, that's the most prejudicial shit I've ever even heard. Like, I can't even believe that witness was allowed on the stand.
Somebody told us he didn't.
But did he really?
No. Somebody came in and told us he just spilled water on the chair.
Right.
Now,
Oh, okay. Well,
how
it
true
doesn't
is
matter.
that?
He has half a head.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter what he did. He has half a fucking head.
Yeah, we call him halftime.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all be nice.
No, that
Poor man
is
got
no.
half his head cut off.
I ain't gonna lie. If he was around the way, that name is kind of like a yo. You here
bro,
with
you get
us?
some points for that. Around
Yeah, hell yeah. You get credit for like, bro. He would be treated like a yo. You want a drink?
Okay.
Yo, whatever you want, yo. It's on me. I swear to God, all day.
See, this is why I wanted to get with you on a live or something, because I know you know the streets.
Yeah.
And I know the law.
Right.
So, these detectives be talking about, oh, well, the streets is talking and we hear from the streets. And I'm like, that's cool. But what does the law say? So when I look at it, I'm looking at obviously always the law. So I love your perspective.
Yeah, he asked, no, don't get it twisted, though. That was bad on the defense side, getting a witness up there that got a half a head, because technically the visual aspect of that is pretty surprising. Straight up, even the photo is pretty surprising. Now, when he got his hair and you can't see it, it's not as bad. I got a picture where you can't see it as bad, but the ones they showed, now I don't know how it look in real life. It's got to be crazy when you seeing him turn around and all that.
Exactly.
But he ain't no angel though.
Well, see, there's several problems. We know he's no angel. We, the audience, who are not the jury. But if you're the defense attorney and this guy has half a fucking face, how aggressive are you really going to be with him about what a shithead he was before his head got blown off, right? Like, it's not a good look.
Oh, nah,
that
hell
jury
no.
is full of women and grandmas, and no, you don't go beat up the victim. You cannot beat up the victim as a defense attorney. Unless the victim's real gross and squirrely and everybody sees it.
Well, I'll tell you
not that.
So now that we on that part right there, I'm glad we got to that. So hold on. What y'all think about the aspect of that situation and the dude Hot Rod or OG Bentley not being charged?
Yeah, that. I feel like that's crazy, and I wanted to ask Cadillac, what did she feel about? Did it to her? Did it seem like they was trying to implicate that DK actually did the shooting instead of who was it? Nard in there with him post that they said did the shooting.
Yeah.
Do you really feel like DK might have did that shooting, or do you think Nard really did the shooting, Cadillac? I just want your opinion.
So I believe the prosecution was trying to lead us to believe DK did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the way it, as a receiver, it was perceived. But I know Nard went to jail for it. It's still in jail maybe for it. So I know Nard did it. It's already been adjudicated. And see, that's my problem with this RICO bullshit. Like, all of this shit we're hearing has already been adjudicated. People have already served time. And
Nard,
so now the government,
no,
Nard's
look, I
serving
was
time,
just gonna
right?
say this. Nard backtold on DK on that too. So once Nard
Oh,
got
okay.
convicted for it, he wrote a letter into the damn court telling the opposite story, saying DK told, and y'all got the footage, y'all know he shot. Y'all got the footage, y'all know he shot, and it's wild. Like, he wrote it himself. It's like a court document, but he wrote it. Yeah. So, like, he backtold.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yo pulled a reverse Uno on him. He got in jail and thought about it like, hell no. I'm telling now.
He said reverse Uno, and then that was his last card, and he went out on him, didn't he, Pope?
And I don't think it worked.
No, it sure didn't.
I don't think it worked.
Well, unless that's what led DK to being indicted on this RICO, and then it most definitely did work. So
Nah, I think DK, because he in it too. He and the RICO on that same charge. They put both of them in.
oh yeah, then it
For
did
the
work.
overt act too. Both of them in for that overt act on this.
Okay, I didn't realize that Nard was also
Yeah.
indicted on
And
this.
his goddamn name is
as well.
Demise, y'all. Who the hell is his father?
I know. Why would you name your
I kept
son
calling
that?
him Demise, trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I tried
His
to, y'all.
name is Demise.
Yo,
Yes,
they
that's his
pronounce
name.
it Demise.
Yeah.
I was pissed when I heard him say that out loud. I say, no, it's no way. I gave him Demise. I know niggas with that in my, the ISE, that's a East. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, like Denny's.
Yeah.
Denny's, you know?
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, bro. Demise? What the hell is that?
Or maybe he changed the pronunciation
Nah,
when he got
bro.
older.
Nah, when I heard another civilian say it as Demise, I knew, that's how they pronounce that. They know how they pronounce. They doing that on purpose. Nobody objected. I said, "Oh shit, that's the
Well,
right
look,
way."
in the Melly case, they kept calling him Mr. Demons
Oh, bro, I would have just,
over and over.
at the beginning of the
judge kept
trial, if I
telling
was
him,
his lawyer,
I told you.
I would have filed
Yeah,
something in the beginning, like, yo, if somebody
They
called
did.
my man demons in this goddamn trial, it's a
Listen.
mistrial. I would have put a flag out
Well,
off top. Yo, make sure everybody practice this shit so we don't have no
They
mistake.
did file something, and that is why the judge kept reprimanding the prosecution.
Hell
when
yeah, because
they
that name was terrible, bro.
slipped.
I ain't gonna lie.
Mhm.
That name in court is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Every
Yeah.
time they said it, I was hurt.
I know, it was horrible.
And his teeth
It was
didn't work,
horrible.
y'all. Every time they said his name, they showed him and I could see his teeth. I was like, this shit ain't good for him, bro. If I feel like that, the jury feeling some type of way in Florida. They is.
Hey, but on that, like in that trial, when they showed the cell phone towers and all that, like the cell phone radius from the tower, blah blah blah, location stuff, they had an actual expert do it.
But that expert taught me that they actually don't have a precise location, and that you could have been within anywhere in a circle mile or so. So technically, you're not putting me at the location of the crime. You're putting me in range.
Yeah, I learned that from that expert too. But you know what I learned from the Alex Murdaugh or Alec Murdoch, depending on where you're from?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You remember that guy who killed his wife and son?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his iPhone had every fucking step he ever took. His car had he turned a little to the left, 98 degrees to this. I mean, I'm talking every piece. I have never been happier to be an Android user in my entire life.
Oh, what you think your Android not? You think your Android ain't taking it?
No, my Android's not good. But guess what? Google's going to fight the government on handing it over. So Google does not like to share their information with the government. Apple will hand it over. AT&T will hand it over.
Right.
Google and T-Mobile are going to actually take pause and, do a little supporting our Constitution, So
all right.
I at least want someone to take pause on my life. Yeah.
All right.
But
what you think about this part of the trial? Is this RICO possible without Hudson being a family member of DK and a DA and his lawyer?
Okay, before we talk about that, because not just Hudson is a former DA, he is actually Fannie Willis's mentee.
Yeah, I'm familiar. And
Okay.
Jimenez is an ex-DA. Who
But-
else? You know anybody else?
So Jimenez is a good ass lawyer, dude. That guy is. But the issue with Fannie is she used to defend YSL Mondo.
But she only defended 3 criminal cases. And she was suggested by his cousin. Something fishy.
Thank you. So if you used to defend, you defended YSL Mondo, but somehow he's not in this indictment, and I heard testimony that he's one of the 3 founders.
Oh, no, it's worse. He's on Young Thug's witness list.
Oh, that's not worse. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Hudson is on Young Thug's.
Fucking beautiful.
Hold on. Let me tell you the people that's on Young Thug witness list that stand out. The lady merchant,
yes,
from the Trump trial. She on there. Hold on. Who else I got? Hudson is on.
Who's that?
Young
No, hold on, time out. Who is that? The lady? Who's
the
that?
blonde lady that looked like goddamn Wonder Woman from the Young Thug. I mean, from the Trump trial. She was defending somebody else, but she was the one that had all the info against Fannie Willis.
Right.
So she is a witness to talk about what?
It's got to be the DA's office, because you know she did the deep dive. So the Trump team over there, all them lawyers seem like they used Shorty to be the catalyst to get to speak about the corruption. So I'm thinking they gonna use her in this trial to speak about the corruption in the DA's office.
Interesting.
Because she did a deep dive. That she the one that was going hard on Fonnie. So she gonna come over and speak about Fonnie's direction, I believe. If you ask me, that's the only thing I could really, I'm like, okay, she got an inside look at Georgia state corruption in totality.
Yeah, but what do you bet Glanville won't let her?
What do you bet? You think Love gonna object to a lot of stuff and he gonna roll with it? Totally. I think so too.
I think Shorty know
no,
law
this whole
enough.
witness is irrelevant.
All right, so hold on.
The witness is irrelevant.
We got Jacoby Hudson over there on Thug witness list.
What, the lawyer?
Yes.
How could DK's lawyer be a witness?
He's cool with Thug.
Oh, because
cool
he's no
with
longer
Steele.
a party.
He cool with Steele.
But sorry, I was thinking about it. If I have a client that is a co-indictee, I can't go testify on the other indictee's case if my client's case is active. That's a huge conflict.
So since
I'm guessing because DK took the plea, so technically his case is considered finalized. Then that's what allows Hudson. That's kind of where my mind goes, is how is he able to do that? Yeah.
Oh, this one gonna be different right here. OG Bentley is on Thug's witness list.
I can't wait to see who OG Bentley is.
he the light-skinned dude from the gas station with half a head. They called the head.
Well, I didn't see what he looked like.
If you're looking at the screen, I'm gonna put his picture up there. He a light-skinned dude, chubby.
Oh yeah, okay.
Let me
is he the one that was in the gas station freaking out?
With the white tee.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He the one called it.
Yeah.
They was on his heels.
Hey, look, if you were at that gas station and you were high and paranoid and that car was moving like that, wouldn't you have freaked out too?
Oh, what you mean? That car behind you?
The blue car was moving funny.
Nah, but keep in mind, Hot Rod got out and then went and talked to the dude driving, remember? So he knew him.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
That's what changed the whole. Once I seen that, I said, "Oh hell no, this is a setup, bro. This ain't right. This a setup." They in the state ignoring that part. They never say, "Yo, how did Hot Rod know the dude driving the other car?" And the girl knew him. The girl driving the car and Hot Rod knew.
Oh, that's right. I remember. Yeah, all the girl. Yeah. I remember.
She shook the dude's hand. Hot Rod looked like he reached in and handed him something. To be honest.
Right, because remember we kept trying to think. We thought it was like a drug deal or something. Remember, Post? We kept saying,
I still feel like that's what that was.
I have continually contemplated this question I'm going to pose to you. I I forget stuff. We're in day 80 of presentation, and we have like 2 more years of presentation to go, right? So I'm like, how the fuck is the jury gonna remember this? Like, I truly, and I want to know, like, I don't know about y'all, but I don't remember anything hardly from 2 years ago unless you refreshed my memory. So are the closing arguments, I kind of feel like with this case, almost everything that leads to the closing arguments is completely, it's almost like, why even bother? Because I feel like this case is going to be won at closing because it's just too much material. Like everything you guys just said, I had completely forgotten already. And that was only like 2-3 weeks ago.
Facts.
Well, I think it's because you know what, we're post. That's what we love about post, though, Cadillac. We review a lot of stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll rerun some shit just to get, just to keep our mind fresh on this. Like with the hot rod situation, we was on his ass, bro.
Exactly.
We was on him, and we still ain't done with him. I don't think.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
we definitely
We
not
ain't
the
done with the
Allison
Allisons at
family.
all. We own them Allisons. We on their ass for real.
That's a major factor, though. I'm gonna keep it real. And look, we actually got people to tell us why, and people came in that off, like outside of the trial and actually spoke on it. And what happened was, when you go back and listen to the audio from Young Thug that's recorded with Racy.
Yeah.
So that audio, Young Thug mentions Kente's brother, which is an Allison. So Young Thug talk about his tattoos, and he mentioned his sister boyfriend got killed. 2 dudes, and one dude wound up paralyzed and died. That dude is related to Kente, Ken Allison, that Quinn talked about when he was interviewing Bean. So remember when Bean said, Bean said, we was at such and such, and he said, oh, Dirty Reds worked for Ken.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he worked with Ken.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, time out. I remember Ken. I think I was listening to you one day and you were talking about Ken must be the big boss.
Facts.
Right? He owns the home, right? Okay, so start me at Ken and rewind me back to the beginning, please, because I'm not following 100% all the names and people that get us together.
All right, so Ken pops up in the story when we get the flying car. So the reason why he stood out to me is because of the way Quinn responded when they talked about Dirty Red. He specifically said Ken worked with Dirty Red. So when he said that,
who is Dirty Red?
All right, Dirty Red is the light-skinned dude that DK and them hopped out on robbed with the dude with the octagon glasses.
Okay, so Dirty Red was...
Dude, that was looking all over the courtroom.
Octagon, with the cross eyes.
When I go into the right, when I go into the left, yeah.
With the weirdest glasses, though, but he was styling, though. They was octagon glasses. You got to give him his points. They was hard. So,
hey, Cadillac, we be having fun we be having fun, bro. We be having fun.
I know. I listen to you sometimes when I'm in the gym, and I remember you talking about octagon glasses, and I'm cracking up.
So look,
I remember.
And I knew for some reason I couldn't tell if he was telling the truth or not because his story sounded kind of off. But when we got to Robeson and Al, that's when we knew, something wasn't right about that. But Quinn gave us the drop on Ken because he said his name in the audio. And the way he said it, it was a red flag because he was trying to cover up for Ken. But he was trying to make, he made Beans not talk about Ken by short-stopping him. See, I don't know if y'all know about that. All right, so let me put...
Oh, I remember when he short-stopped Bean.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bean was about to say more, and he said, no, I know, Ken, I know. And when a person does that, they making you stop so you can fast forward and not give details about that part. Like, oh, no, you ain't got to tell me about him. I know all about him. But then he went a step further and said, I know about Ken and them. All them. Yeah, I know them, like on some more, like I've been around. You ain't got it, so like keep going with your story. But it made me wonder, well, who the hell is Ken? So then when we start looking into it, you keep hearing Ken name. So Ken name pops up at the half a head situation because his brother is Hot Rod.
Oh.
So then he owns the club. Come to find out he's from Jonesboro South.
Ken got properties down there, yeah.
He owns.
And I think he owned that laundromat too, didn't he? Post down there.
See, no, that was speculation. We could never confirm. We actually got some dude named Khan.
Yeah, I thought the laundry guy was in the cop car. He was in a truck. He was like Asian, I thought.
Yeah, his name Khan.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We did confirm that Ken owns a barbershop, was involved with a barbershop because that's what Quinn said. Quinn said,
Is
"Oh
it
yeah,
the
y'all."
barbershop?
Yeah, so the barbershop that Quinn asked about, he was saying that was Ken. Y'all was out front Ken's shop. Y'all had the black Camry out front Ken's shop.
Where Nut died? Where Nut was killed?
Nah, see these
No.
barbershops is
different
flooded.
barbershop.
Like
Yeah,
the
they got plenty
barbershop
of
is one of the
barbershops. They
main
got a bunch of
businesses.
barbershops. Yeah.
So
Okay.
so look, surprisingly, the barbershop where Nut got killed at, it's actually 2 barbershops right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's like that in Dallas too. So
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Oak Cliff for a very long time, so I know about the 2
You lived at Oak
barbershops on the
Cliff?
same
What
corner.
the fuck?
Oak Cliff, that's my hood.
Mo 3?
Yeah, that's where I stayed. I still own my house over there, but I'm not living in that area anymore.
Right. So, all right, so Ken, come to find out, Ken is an old school kingpin from Georgia, Jonesboro South, where Young Thug from. And they a tight-knit community, apparently. They just be backdooring and sliming.
So is Ken Thug's dad's age? Because I was kind of
Yeah,
getting this
he old.
impression that
Yes. Yeah,
okay,
he definitely
yeah,
grown.
yeah. And I was just getting this impression that Thug's dad maybe was involved in maybe at Rock at least.
Well,
Rock crew.
the way DK was worried about Thug's father being conscious of the police taking the mask off and what that entailed, I would say Thug father is with the shit. And Thug father came and did an interview with me early.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Cool.
It was weird though. I don't even remember who brought him. I don't know if George Cheedy brought him or not. I don't know. I don't remember that part, y'all. I swear it was like 2 years ago on Clubhouse on this same app.
It was kind of crazy how I remember post when DK said that he knew Thug Daddy before he knew Thug. Remember?
Exactly.
Well, he said he knew the whole rest of the family before Thug. So it's like, where the hell was Thug at?
Right. That's what we kept trying to say. Where was Thug at?
They sent Thug to a high school on the west side. That's in that interview with the white cop who said that he likes Fetty Wap. In that interview, he said Thug was at a different high school. He was not in the neighborhood for high school.
But so even when you go to school across town, you still be kind of like you still know the people in your neighborhood. So it's like,
but when you have that kid who has that potential, right, and all 10 or 8 or 9 of your other kids are off doing street things, you're going to protect that potential baby, right?
Well, hold on. He was locked up while he was a minor for 4 years. So put that in the timeline.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For breaking a teacher's arm, allegedly.
Okay. Well, first of all, that doesn't make him a criminal. There's this thing. Well, I don't mean to
I'm
make
with you on that.
attacking people.
I couldn't find out where this. I couldn't find out. My bad. I couldn't find out where the 4 years even fit in, according to what you just said. Because I'm like you, like, hold on, where is this for?
Well, and okay, I raised a son. He's 19, so like, when he was 14, we had an incident. I'm not going to get into details. Everything is fine. But what I learned is that young men, especially when they're around 14, have a lot of testosterone in their body. One time, my doctor gave me a testosterone supplement. And I got to tell y'all, I was so ragey. I mean, I was so ragey. I was like proud of every man I ever met for not like killing someone because the testosterone was like, oh my God, it was crazy. And it really helped me realize what my son was going through when he was 14 and this incident happened. It's like, it wasn't him, y'all. It was the hormone. And as a woman, I know hormones could take control of you. It's not really who you are. It's the hormone taking over. And so when I hear, I don't think it's okay. And I'm not saying it's appropriate and that people shouldn't, take it seriously. But when I hear about young men who are in puberty that have some kind of like violent something, I tend to not, I'm not very harsh about it because I feel like I can understand. And if I felt the raging feelings I felt as an adult when I took the testosterone, I could only imagine feeling that as a child. Holy shit, right? Like their brains aren't fully functioning. So I'm not saying like it was okay for him to break a teacher's arm or anything like that. That's not okay.
All right, hold on.
I
Let's
don't want
put this.
anyone to.
Hold on. Let me piggyback off that though. Let's put this timeline together. He locked up for 4 years, but he was a quarterback.
Right. They
What?
say,
Hold
Exactly.
yeah,
on.
they say, yeah.
What 4 years are you locked up if you're a quarterback? Like where? Because like I ain't gonna lie, the age. I mean, you do got little league quarterbacks, but I mean, like technically, for somebody to say you was the quarterback, I mean, we
He was the
talking.
quarterback for his high school. He went to high school. We all know he went to high school. He
All right, so what
physically
4 years was
showed
you
up
locked
at
up?
high school. Exactly. 8 to
God.
12? Like, it's crazy. And how
Mm-hmm.
does an 8-year-old break
Yeah, that's
a
what I'm
grown
saying.
person's
Like, yo,
arm? Like,
when they said 4 years, I was tripping. I tried to put it in the timeline. I say, all right, we know that. I mean, he did get signed around like 20 years old, 21, 22. Hold on. He went to Washington High School. All right, so what years he locked up, yo? What he locked up? I mean, bro, I ain't gonna lie, 6th to 10th?
Yeah, that was
Like,
crazy.
yo, put 4 years in there. Now, I went to school with some dudes who was locked up maybe 3 years out of our 12, you feel me? Like, you know, in and out. But nah, not a 4-year clip.
Mm-hmm.
right. I don't think if you were locked up for 4 years that you could just show up at your sophomore year of high school.
Mm-mm.
Like, I
No,
don't
they
think it works
do
that
that.
way.
Don't get it twisted. The dude that I know that was going to jail, he every time they did put his ass in the right grade. Nah, they was getting him right because apparently he was getting his, you know, shit while
Yeah,
he was
can
he
get
was locked up.
right. You can get your schoolwork while you locked up.
Yeah, so I
Oh,
was
okay.
mad about
Okay.
that. Like, yo, they keep
Yeah.
bringing this nigga back and putting him in the right grade. That shit crazy. One time he was gone for a minute, y'all. They put him back. Look, he was gone from like I think it was like the beginning of middle school to the beginning of high school. The nigga popped up. I'm like, oh shit, wait, yo. I asked the nigga. I said, yo, what? How you in the right grade? He said, yo, they put me in the right grade. You know, I was going to school, but y'all know good and goddamn well Holmes wasn't learning.
Mm-hmm.
Real rap.
Right.
Yeah.
Real rap. I
I
ain't
think
need no disrespect.
I don't know. I don't know how old you are, but like when I was in school, we actually learned. But then No Child Left Behind got signed, and kind of after that, it went
Oh no,
downhill.
before that.
So you what?
No, I'm before all that. I'm older than that. I'm
Okay.
40.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
ain't like that came. I was out of school when the No Child and all that popped up. I had to ask somebody, what the
Me
hell is
too.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Thank God I was.
I really ain't feeling that no child. I got a daughter right now that's in high school. She'll
They
be a
gave me
senior
the
this year.
anti. No Child Left Behind. Like, nah, you could do it, nigga. Here, take this
Right.
Yeah,
other
leave
work.
them behind. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
There's lots
Yeah.
of
Hey,
children
look,
who should be behind. Please,
me and
like why?
my ex-wife and I, we left my daughter behind in the 3rd grade, and that was the best thing we could have did. I'm just gonna
See?
be honest with y'all. See, I cried when we made the decision. I cried. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a man. I cried. Hey, Post, I'm serious, bro. I cried to leave my baby behind. But guess what? That was the best move me and my ex-wife made, was to leave her behind.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
for real. It
beautiful.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, parenting is hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and like for me as a parent, what I don't like is that I'm forced to pay money into the school system, but then in order to get my money back, my kid has to get a certain score on your bullshit multiple choice test. Nah, no, 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 no,
Mm-hmm.
no.
Right.
That's my
Right.
money.
Hold up.
Oh, see
Gas
that?
man.
My Miss Love giggle just came out, guys. Sorry about that.
Nah,
Look,
you don't sound nothing like Miss Love, thankfully. Oh my
Gas
God.
man saying he actually was capable to break a teacher's arm in middle school.
Really?
Like, yo, I was feisty enough, but I ain't had no beef with no teachers. Mine was more verbal. Like, teachers just leave me alone. So me and the teachers used to get in like little verbal spats every once in a blue. They might get offended that I was, you know, a little bit more verbally capable than the average kid because I used to get real spicy with the, you know what I mean? But I will say this, Thug breaking a teacher arm mean that teacher must have been a little bit out of control, but he don't talk about it, y'all. I only like read about this or seen it, heard it in one interview. Seriously. So it's like it ain't a big thing in his career, and they can't open up your child files, so I think that's why we not hearing about it.
Oh, right. Yes, we're definitely not going to hear about that.
Mm.
And it's irrelevant. I mean, like
Yeah.
what you do as an 8-year-old has nothing to do with what you do as a 20-year-old, 30-year-old.
So they giving Thug the credit for being violent before the RICO. So Thug's street cred comes from allegedly before this RICO, y'all, and they don't got the info. I find that reasonable doubt to kill the RICO, y'all. So let me tell y'all my theory on this. So y'all got all these people ratting, and they ain't gave you nothing with Thug pulling the trigger.
Right.
How could he be considered the leader? See, all right.
Well, I think Brian Steele showed that this week with those phone records. Oh, when he said, "Did you search? Did you hit Control S?" and the dude said no. Every lawyer in all of America screamed out loud. I'm telling you what. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You didn't start with a search. But then he showed there were only 4 phone calls and they never actually got to Thug. So, like, really, how are you orchestrating that? Honestly, for me, when DK read the schedule, Young Thug's fucking tour schedule, I said, this man is not committing crimes. They got this man going from one city to the next. Where is he going to be orchestrating?
Oh, nah, it's worse. Hold. When you get one of them people that's really like a part of his scheduling team, yo, if y'all really know the real, like, yo, that's one of my opening things of my Mick Jagger argument, right? So look, artists, the smoke and mirror part of the artistry is so heavy that, yo, the average person, they not going to tell you is how much they put into what they doing. That's part of the trick. It's like a goddamn circus act person that do tightrope.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna tell you, I practice this shit. Like NBA players, if you really know how much they practice, bro, like real shit. But the trick is you don't know that I've really practiced this shit a million times to make this thing on you feel me, when we in game on camera. So I know this because I record people and I'm a part of helping somebody build the image. You can't just walk over into this and step up to A-level fame, y'all. We talking a lot of background work. We talking photo shoots for no reason. We talking getting powdered up in interviews, y'all. Not regular dry face interviews. No, we talking interviews where you got to get scripted. We predetermining what the interview going to do. Let me powder your face during the break to get the sweat off. All that real script shit.
Yep.
Real tape, masking tape. I mean, hold on. We taping down wires and getting the lighting right. You feel me? We using reflectors so there's no shadows on your face. You know what I mean?
Okay, I gotta say something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
If we were in the year 2012, I believe everything you just said, we as Americans were fully aware of. That's entertainment. They are constantly doing all this bullshit for entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And we would all understand he's not writing the Instagram messages. He's not writing the words in these fucking videos. All this marketing is marketing.
Facts.
But I believe in 2016, it's crazy because in 2008 when Obama entered, they were like worried about him having a BlackBerry, right? And fast forward to 2016, and now we have a president who is just wildly tweeting whenever he fucking feels like it.
Well,
and so now I feel like as Americans, we think it's actually them. Because in his case, the leader of the free world, it was actually him. So now there's no more like healthy, like I feel like we all had a reasonable, healthy belief where we were able to dissociate, the person and the media. And now I feel like those are all one and the same. And it's not just, the ex-president's fault. It's like Instagram and just everything, social media. I just feel like now as Americans, those lines are blurred. And that makes me nervous. Like, is a jury going to realize what you're just demonstrating right now? Like, there's no time to lead a game.
All right, so what you opened the door to some form of a case law. And then we gotta go to the argument that I reposted that Weinstein did, the Yak Gotti character argument that he did. That was beautiful.
Okay.
I titled it on my page as a beautiful argument. I don't know where I came. It said Yak Gotti's lawyer argues beautifully. Yo, that video.
Okay.
What he does is he opens up the idea to the person. Yo, are we charging Arnold Schwarzenegger for being goddamn Terminator now?
Uh-huh.
Like, are we really doing that?
Yes.
Like, are we going to take this
Yes.
dialogue that possibly couldn't have, more than likely wasn't even written by him?
He brought up Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
went, you
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
So that argument right there, it looks like it's being put on a full blast because we don't do this in no other, well, he took it racial too. Hold up.
Yeah, he
Well,
did,
I was
he
just
did.
going to contribute that
Yeah.
Steele. I watched Steele do a voir dire on his own. We call it voir dire in Texas. It's actually voir dire. It's French. We don't speak no French in Texas. So
Oh, shit.
he he did a 702 Daubert voir dire on an expert. And this is really where I got wrapped into this when I watched this voir dire. This expert is going to testify. He's an expert in hip hop as an art form.
Uh-huh.
So there's two experts. One is hip hop as an art form. He's going to testify how there has to be a certain flow. You have to talk about bitches. You have to talk about money. You have to talk about this. You need to have X amount of gold teeth, whatever it is, right? He's going to talk about what that art form is, what's required to even meet the standard of the art form, to even call it hip hop, etc. And then another who's going to testify that hip hop is the only art form in America that is prosecuted. No other form of music, no art, no photography, like art photography, not like gross shit, but none of that is ever prosecuted in the United States. It is well settled law that we have a right to create art. Okay, so this other expert is going to testify how only hip hop is the one that's prosecuted. Now, I don't know about you, but I noticed that a lot of people who are in and like hip hop have darker skin. It's just something I observed. Their skin is darker than mine. Everyone's skin is darker than mine. I'm going to put that out there because I'm pasty. But, it tends, hip hop is something that came out of, urban culture. And gee whiz, what a coincidence. This is the only thing we ever prosecute, the only art form that is prosecuted. Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, let me make an argument.
It is a race issue.
All right, let's do.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a reverse argument right now. So typically, it would appear that I'm supposed to be in defense of the hip hop right now, especially the way I'm dressed. I'm not even dressed like a lawyer today. But look, I'm gonna argue on the side that I don't like hip hop. Right? Let's check my argument style out. All right. So look, in argument with what you just said, you're right, but hip hop is the one that's closest to having actual overt acts that fit the actual alluded to crime by the character. So hip hop is the closest one to match real life with creation.
Right.
I disagree. On one of my lives, I showed some art by a Spanish painter called Goya.
Yeah.
And he paints really intense and graphic scenes of a war.
Right.
And he was never prosecuted for murdering people.
Is he a
not
soldier?
War criminal. I don't know, but that doesn't matter. If we're prosecuting for the creation of art, especially if it's based on some fact somewhere, and we're going to link you to be then, and then we're going to say, okay, well, you're guilty of whatever that fact is because you created art that has to do with that fact. That is going to completely impede free speech and art. And it is contrary to what our founding fathers set out for us in our Constitution.
All right. So boom. All right. So we got people that's all right. So what we saying is there can be a line drawn between freedom of speech and recorded testimony from a criminal that admits to a crime on a goddamn recording. So let me explain the difference. Look, I could say that you lost your freedom to speech when you admitted to a crime you were suspected of, and it fits almost verbatim. I will say that, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, there are raps where somebody's saying something where it line up so much that we suspect you of this shit. and you got on there and put yourself in a place in proximity, and you gave me the foundation for a motive in the song, bro. So I ain't gonna lie.
I'm with you on that one. If you're dumb enough to be a suspect of a crime and then go write a song about it, I don't care if you did the crime. You should be in jail. You're an idiot. I was just jail you for your
there
stupidity.
are some of them. There's many.
I'm with you.
There's no metaphor value to it. Hold on, here we go right here. I could determine the difference. There was no metaphorical value put into his lyrics. Therefore, that was verbatim. He's telling on himself, Your Honor. Fuck that. This ain't art. This ain't art, Your Honor. This nigga telling on himself. Straight up, he lost that law. He lost that shit. He told on himself, Your Honor. This shit is, listen to it. All right, this is what we ready to do. Tell me if this crossed the limits of being art. So, because as me being a street dude, the rule to you being able to write about shit you did is you supposed to be creative enough to mask it. I swear to God.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the rule,
like
bro.
In the interview, when he tells, Thug tells the police that really, I can't even believe these words came out of his mouth. Really large blunts. That's what he means when he says dicks.
Right.
The really large things you put in your mouth are dicks. Got it. Check.
Yeah, that was. I love that when he said that. I did like that.
But if saying putting it's a dick being in my mouth prevents me from being charged with a crime, then I'm with it. I got you. I hear all of that.
Right.
I mean, that's similar to me saying that I smoked this crack that I got caught with. I'm a fiend.
Right.
I got caught with 6 grams of crack. I smoke, Your Honor. Yeah, I smoke crack. Yup. Say less.
Yeah, but hey, saying I smoke crack doesn't actually make you guilty of the possession of crack. So,
no, I had that. Please charge me with possession. No, I did possess it. Please charge me with possession. Please. I do not want to intend to distribute. Please don't charge me with manufacturing. Nothing. I want possession. So that's what I'm going for. Yeah, Caddy, we going for that possession. They hit you with all the other shit. You getting smashed.
I understand what you're saying, but I just am trying to point out to you that the fact that someone is a crack user does not mean that in that moment they possessed crack, right? So.
Oh yeah.
Right. So just
you still can fight.
Head. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm a lawyer. I'm always looking for the fight.
You still can
Where's
fight.
the loophole? Yeah.
Now, all right. So, what you think about this dead docket? You familiar with that? A case being put on dead docket.
What's that mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, we was trying to figure out the same thing. I was hoping you would know what's up. Because remember, they said Bean had a dead docket.
So
what? Dead docket, meaning they're not moving forward. It's not on the docket anymore.
But it still can be brought back open though. Like it's sitting over your head.
Yeah, like if you don't testify, basically we could bring this dead docket back up on your ass from 10 years ago. Basically, that was how we was looking at it. Like, can they really do some shit like that?
If it's within the statute of limitations, yes. That's why we have a statute of limitations, right?
I think no. Ain't no statute of limitations on it. Still argue that. Look, I'm glad you brought that up.
There's no way you could do that. If they're doing that, that's
listen, check this out. Listen, Miss Love came up, and all right, the judge said something. Yo, that should be statute of limitations or something. And Miss Love said, yeah, it is. No, that's statute of limitations. Oh, I might got it reversed. Brian Steele came up and specifically said no, and he stated the reason why it's not. Like, yo, y'all trying to be slick. No, on a dead docket, there is no statute of limitations, and he stated the little law that go with it. I promise you.
No, see, that's bullshit. That's double jeopardy. Okay, the reason statute of limitations were created is so that you could know how long to watch your back. All right. So, like, if I rear end you and hurt your neck, bodily injury and property damage are 2 years in Texas. Okay. So I know for the next 2 years, like we had this accident. I know for the next 2 years, I can get sued, right? But 2 years and 1 day later, I'm like, okay, relief. Now let me go buy some assets or something, right? And so we can actually have some plan, grip, control of our lives.
Right.
So to be able to indict someone and then just hold that shit for decades is, like, my mind's not even wrapping around it because I
Yeah.
can't believe that that's
That's
right.
unethical. It's unethical.
Oh, no. Yes, it is.
Oh, no,
Hold
it's
on.
not
Let me
just
tell you what makes it
unethical.
ethical. Let me tell you what makes it ethical. All right, hold on. What it is, the ultimatum is you're going to have to do the time for that charge.
But see, here's the thing. If you haven't been found guilty,
No,
you
you've been
don't
found
have to do
guilty.
the time.
Oh, no, you already doing the
Oh, no,
profit.
so you're
Yeah.
talking about a delayed, okay, that's totally
Yeah. So
different.
basically,
Yeah.
we
That's
got, they
different.
passed guilt. They passed guilt.
Okay. If they've been found guilty,
Hell yeah.
then
Hell
yes,
yeah.
then that's
Definitely
it,
guilty.
period. Like, yeah, then the government, once you're found guilty, the government can do whatever it wants with you. You're
All right. The
basically, like,
trick with
not
it
really a
is,
person anymore.
what it looked like is, what we doing is, we found you guilty. So what we did with the paperwork was, we null processed your shit on paperwork, but it's dead docket.
Mm-hmm.
But you know the truth. So you got this backup time. Now in the system, it really don't look like you got backup time. You go do your little bit of time, and Bean wind up doing a little bit of time, but he still got this big ass backup time that winds up having him to inform. So to be honest, it looked like DK and Bean was on dead docket, and half a head,
Mm-hmm.
and half a head, and D'Angelo White.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know more information about that because I have never heard of it, and that's crazy to me. But I can tell you, once you're found guilty, you belong to the government. And the thing is, the reason that we have probation is because the government actually wants you in the system. And so they want you to mess up while you're on
Yeah.
probation. They think
Oh,
you will,
yeah.
and they want you to. They're banking on it.
Right.
So,
Facts. That's definitely fact. So let me ask you this, Cadillac, because this is another discussion we had one day. So now when they had these witnesses come up like DK and Bean and all these guys, and when they get up there and they go to impeach them, what's the process as far as like, so the state can actually lock them back up, can't they? If they really wanted to?
okay, well, so first, impeaching is different than what you're talking about. So let me just tell you what impeaching is, okay? Um, if we do a deposition, let's say you've been sued, I've sued you for my client, on behalf of my client, for this car accident we just talked about, right? We do a deposition, and in the deposition, you say, I have never obtained a real driver's license. Okay. Now we get to the courtroom, and then you tell the jury, oh, yeah, I've had a driver's license for 2 decades. Well, now I whip out that depo that we did, and I hand it to you, and I impeach you, and I show that you just lied. That's impeaching in the courtroom. Okay. So, technically, Weinstein's cross yesterday was not impeaching, but that's kind of what impeaching looks like. That was a cross question, and it was
Proving you
beautiful
wrong,
because
clearly.
exactly, yeah. But that's kind of how impeaching looks. It's like that. So, in terms of could they go back to jail? Well, they took a plea that said if the government didn't like their testimony, then the government could choose to put them in jail. They agreed to that. They signed their names.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that Tick, Trontavis Stevens,
Mm-hmm.
that dude needs to be looking for a place with no extradition. Okay. If I'm Tick, I'm getting the fuck out of here, bro. I'm gone because Tick, he was so squirrely. He didn't answer no questions.
I think he did just enough, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I think according to
We
law.
love Tick, Cadillac. We love Tick.
Oh, I love Tick too. I love that man. Okay, I loved Adrian Bean more. Like, Adrian No Man Bean was absolutely my favorite so far. But Tick is a close second. Tick was so funny to me. But y'all, the determination of whether or not he fully complied with the plea deal is on someone like Miss Love. So
Okay.
do you think that they're satisfied with it? I'm guessing that their determination is pending a a conclusion of this case.
Okay.
So, if we get an
Okay.
acquittal on this case, I imagine you're going to see DK and Tick in jail.
Oh, hell no, I'm out.
You
They'd have never caught me on the back
Ooh.
end. I'm definitely
Right.
gone.
listen.
Exactly.
I heard Vietnam doesn't have extradition, so
Nah,
yep.
they gonna be. But nah, do they really? All right, so that mean Archelli and Bennett, they gonna be on her heel. She was a little bit confrontational, wasn't she?
But she didn't. Her testimony was not in a relation to a plea, was it?
Right. No. Well,
Yeah.
she had something backing up. Hell yeah. That's why they was putting that pressure on her ass.
Charges too. She did have some charges.
Hell yeah.
She had, but she had charges, but I don't think her plea deal told her she needed to testify.
They got something over her head, I'm telling you.
Yeah, they had something over her head for
Yeah, hell yeah.
like that because she didn't want to come in.
I'll tell you what they had to. If you don't come in, Love subpoenaed her. If you don't show up, they come arrest you. Remember, they put her in jail.
Hers was a little bit heavier.
They put her in
something
jail.
else was going on, I'm telling you.
Yeah, they did. They did put her in jail.
They put her in jail.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, she even gave her another threat. Like at some point, it was a time where she admitted, like, yeah, I'm basically getting forced. And I think one of the defense attorneys asked, yo, you got a certain charge you dealing with? And she said, yeah. I swear it came out like Shorty is dealing with something. Like they didn't get into it, but yeah, hell yeah. Because I remember saying, okay.
She was red team too. She was red team too, folks, wasn't she?
Oh, I mean, she on the opposite side in the documentation on this little the project planners thing. She in the look with the chart. She right here on the chart. Look, so she in it.
I don't know what's wrong with my TV. My TV is just froze on Miss Love. I don't know why. Her standing up. I can't see no nothing if you're trying to show something. Shit is crazy.
I'm showing that chart right now that got all of the members on there, and she got time. The bottom one show with how much time they all got. Hold on, let me see.
Hold on. How is she? If her baby daddy is YFN,
she is too.
So how is she taking a plea in this case?
No, she ain't take a plea for this case. She had something else going on, but we don't know.
Okay.
Right here it says she got 3 to do 1. So we don't know what that is. I believe it's something that got to do with drugs. Because that's why they kept asking, so you just running the drugs. She ain't want no smoke with that drug questions. Pay attention, y'all. Remember they kept asking, and they asked other people, yo, they was running the drug spot out of there?
Mm-hmm. They did say it was a trap.
Yo, she ain't want no smoke with that shit. I'm telling you, and that's heroin. Yo, Shorty fuck around dodging some federal time. I'm telling you, y'all, they was on her ass. Mm-hmm. That's why she was under pressure. She the only one got locked up about some shit.
Right. Right.
Yeah, y'all. I'm telling you, they was on her heels, y'all. She got hemmed up with something. I mean, all it takes is for you to get caught with some drugs and a gun. So technically, that legal gun with drugs, to be honest, depending on how she was sitting, I ain't gonna lie, I think you might be able to catch a federal charge for that shit. Straight up. If she was sitting there with a nice bit of grams of dope and a gun and some money, man, that shit have had niggas telling. I'm telling you.
I don't. My understanding is federal charges would be better.
Yeah, well, that depends, nigga. You gotta have money to deal with federal, and you gotta be with it because, all right, first off, you doing most of the time. They shipping your ass away, so you ain't communication. If you ain't got no long money, your peoples can't come to see you. It's a wrap. You ready to be broke.
You might go to Wyoming federal. You know what I'm saying?
It's only club fed for the rich then?
I mean, or if you mentally solid and was signed up for being locked up, then yeah, you ready to go do some decent time and go get locked up and be treated like a man because you've respected. It ain't, you can't, in them systems is organized unless you really you a rat. Like, that's really the only real rule. You're going to get put with your car, whoever you fit with, and they ain't really too much. Unless it's a real war, it ain't really no, people taking advantage of each other like it is in these jails and in the regular prisons. The prisons is kind of gang-based. You could get taken advantage of if you go in the wrong prison. It could be a certain gang that's just bully mode. If you ain't with them, they on you. You might as well just get shipped somewhere else, for real. Now, in the feds, from what I understand, I ain't been, but that all those rules get stripped down and you basically with your car, which is either racial or state-based or city-based type shit. Like DC got its own car. They do got certain gangs in the feds, but a lot of that shit get watered down. Like you know what I mean? Because it break down the race.
That's so interesting to me.
But they got a respect thing going on in the feds, y'all. You just can't step on nobody's toes. There's going to be some problems if you just get to doing some crazy shit. Now, in these local prisons and jails, though, I ain't gonna lie, the rules vary. You might go to one that got some real structure going on, then the next one, no. The young boys got that bitch upside down. Ain't no structure.
It's probably best that we all just try to stay away from that.
Yeah.
And, that's kind of my point when I started my YouTube, is that I just really wanted to let people know, like, just because you got arrested doesn't mean you're going to jail, right? Like, if you're smart and you follow the rules, then they have to follow the rules. If the rules are followed, then you're going to have a fair shot at it. So we're watching Young Thug and we're seeing how rules are not being followed to a T, or whatever is going on. Like, when the rules are followed, it's a fair shot. It's me versus them. It's truly, it should be enough. But this is the problem. People talk. Like this tape we've been talking about, Thug, with the white cop who likes Fetty Wap.
Yeah, racy.
He's just talking to the cops for like 50 minutes. He's not allowed to leave.
No, hold on. What you mean 50 minutes? It's 2 parts, right?
Well, the first 50 minutes, he's hanging out with these people, detained, as in not allowed to leave, as in under arrest.
For something else,
They have not Mirandized him. They did not Mirandize him.
And they not asking him about what he locked up for, though, either.
It doesn't fucking matter. Stop it.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
They
he know better.
Police.
He know better.
We should all know better. Every single one of us as an American should know better. You do not talk to them. Period.
No.
End of story.
Black women tell their kids not to talk to the police when they're kids. Seriously.
Exactly. But let me tell you how to appropriately talk to them. You give them your name. You got to give them your ID. If they have you there, you ask them if you're detained. If they say no, you ask if you're free to leave. If they say no, you're detained. You ask for your lawyer.
Nah, the lawyer tell you don't say none of that shit. Just tell them call your lawyer. Heavy duty lawyers tell niggas, yo, don't even talk to them. Give them my card. I swear to God.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Yeah,
normal, regular people, it's okay to ask, am I detained? and it's a good idea to ask if you're detained, because if you are not detained, then you should immediately leave.
That's a fact.
If you're not detained, you immediately leave. If they say, yes, you are detained, then you know you're under arrest. And if they haven't Mirandized you, which means read you your Miranda rights, which we all know from TV, then everything you're saying is technically illegal. But guess what? It'll come in, because guess what? You're watching right now. YFN Glanville doesn't give a shit. Okay? The state and the judge have the same paycheck. The same person signs their paycheck.
This what they said, and Brian still filed a motion to get Thug's audio from that interview thrown out. Because for the Miranda situation, right? Because he didn't sign, but he did a verbal signing. Just to summarize.
So there's a whole 50 minutes of him just chit chatting. Then someone else walks in and says, hey, we need to Mirandize you. Then the girl with the squeaky voice asks him to sign the paper that says he acknowledge it and initial him, and he refuses, which all of you should refuse.
Well, he went to court in between. That's where the split is. So the split in that is he went up to court. So they knew exactly what they was doing. So that's why they asked him on the first part, yo, you going to come back and talk to us after you done?
And that's my point.
Yeah.
Don't talk to them. You need to have an attorney. Don't be having no half-hour conversation with a cop.
All right.
Okay?
My theory is I'm with Cadillac.
Don't bring no cop into this home. Don't be dating no cop, because I can't talk to them without a lawyer present.
All right, check this out. So I'm with you. Me and you on the same page. I say, yo, you're not supposed to say nothing. Like, really, yo, like, even as kids, the whole joke was to basically stonewall them. And it's actually funny when you don't say shit to them because they keep trying to pry, but it's like, so look, all right. So that was my whole thing. Thug's telling. But he was giving up motive for the young thug for the Lil Wayne bus situation. Technically, he was saying too much. He was talking about the money discrepancy between Lil Wayne and Birdman. And that wasn't his place, y'all. That's too much info to keep it real. So if you wanted to be technical, you could say Young Thug was telling, right? So,
but here's the thing. I think if Gracie could Google, Gracie would have already known about what Young Thug said.
No, that's still telling though, because he was giving inner. See, Gracie would have found the actual speculation, like academics and the bullshit. Young Thug gave him insider information. See, that was the difference. I ain't gonna lie. Young Thug telling him from a place of, I was raised signed too, but that nigga be doing bullshit deals. So if he did that to him, like once he got into all that, he giving too much. He advancing the idea that the internet could give you from speculation. You understand? He went too far. I ain't gonna lie, Caddy. He went too far. I tried to give him the pass, but technically, he was throwing Birdman under the bus. Put it like this: he put a red flag to get Birdman locked the fuck up in that interview. To keep it real.
Listen, the minute he said more than hello to these cops, he did too much. As far as I'm concerned. Okay, it's like, hi, you're allowed to be polite. Hello, have a great day. Leave it at that. And anything else, you went too far.
So hold on. The people in the streets defended him though. The comments it was a lot of comments saying, yo, he ain't say too much. Yo, he was just saying what them people what they had, bro. That was what the streets were saying.
Yeah, I mean, if it's public knowledge, and in my mind, it's not too much.
I think he was still talking. Nah, that's bullshit.
Oh,
At that point, we ain't know the dynamics of it like that. Seriously, like hearing TMZ talk about, yo, Birdman suspectedly owes Lil Wayne somebody, man, that shit sound like, it's just some old flim-flam. But when you get an artist talking to a police in reality and saying, yeah, that's also why I didn't sign. Like, yeah, I don't really rock with Joe either because they say he don't be paying people, and he went past what we knew. He verified it. Because there was speculations, Birdman don't be paying people, but nobody would hard stamp it. If nobody was on video saying, yo, yeah, Birdman won't pay me, Birdman ain't pay me, like, it wasn't no video of that shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was a whole album called Free Carter.
But even Lil Wayne wasn't alluding to the specifics. I'm telling you.
That's fair. You're right. That's fair. Yeah. I wouldn't know because I think when what years was that?
2015.
Okay, yeah. So
14 and 15.
Yeah, definitely was not paying attention at that time. So
nobody was paying attention to Wayne. He was on the back end of his career. Real shit. Like I had to really get a scope of where he was at. That's after he comes home from the gun charge. And he's down.
Okay.
He actually needed to reemerge, so technically he needed that little spat. What you think about the bus situation and Pee Wee Roscoe being able to hit that bus by himself driving a Camaro at 80 miles per hour?
I just want to say, if I hear any more witness testimony about a fucking bus shooting that nobody got hurt in, that happened a decade ago, that I don't give a shit. I mean, I swear to God, so much time has been spent on this. Are you fucking kidding me? What do I think? I had heard in the beginning that Shannon Stillwell was supposed to have been a part of that shooting. But then in this evidence, I really didn't hear any of that. So I don't know. I know the bus got shot, right? Like I know that happened.
You sure? I mean, we can question that.
We have enough evidence and testimony that I think we can all be sure that actually occurred. And then the bus driver suing for $30 million. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
He's been suing for a long ass time, I think.
Are you kidding me? $30 million.
That's a lot.
So the U.S. Army in 2000, I'm going to say 2007, 8, 9, somewhere 2010, we'll say, their actuaries did a calculation that each person is worth $6 million in their lifetime. I imagine it's a bit higher now than back in 2010 because now inflation and whatnot.
Not a lot.
But like, not a lot. It's sure as shit not 33 million or 30 million. Fuck out of here.
It ain't go up that much. If a guy, all these times humans been on Earth, they only worth 6.
And then this dude is actually alive, so we could take a couple million off the top right there. Didn't get injured, like not injured at all. Your only injury is that you're scared. Are you really?
He had to retire.
Right.
Oh yeah, he had to.
Scared him off the road.
Out of here. No. Dude was like, I know Wayne has money. I know that I can sue these people, and then I'll retire. I'll say I'm stressed, and I won't have to work anymore.
I'm
not buying it.
Then he did the fake crying up on stage.
Here's the thing. I am not a super like sensitive, empathetic person. Okay. So if you're coming to me for sympathy and shit, you're coming to pretty much to the wrong spot, particularly when it comes to grown men. Like, come on, dude. You're supposed to be the provider, a leader of a family, a provider for a family, and you had to retire because your bus got shot. Like, what?
But hold on,
if only.
You know YSL is known for hitting objects mostly, right? Hell yeah. They done smoked like 19 houses.
Yeah.
They be chopping wood down with these bullets. These niggas is serious about this object hitting shit. They turning these targets up, these big ass targets. They be hitting big ass targets too. Barns.
Totally.
They hitting the barn. Yo, these niggas crazy.
Speaking of which, recently the prosecution tried to admit a video of one of the defendants shooting a gun at a gun range.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna bring that up. That was crazy.
It didn't get in.
Here's the thing, like, we are not. I'm so confused by the prosecution's behavior, because as attorneys, we owe the court a duty of candor. So that means with the court, we have to be honest. We don't have to be honest against our opponent. But if the court asks something, and let's say I know there's case law that goes against what I'm trying to argue, if the court asks me, I have to tell them about it. It's like I'm required by law. Like my license requires me. I swore an oath, Okay, so the another piece of the candor is that as attorneys, and Shard talked about this like last month, I believe. He said, I never thought I would have to write these motions because I went to law school and so did my opposing counsel. So like as attorneys, if we know it can't get in, like every attorney in America, and I would say every person who's gone through 1 year of law school should know that a video of someone shooting a gun at the gun range that has nothing besides that person shooting a gun at the gun range, like doesn't actually do anything, it just shows that's not coming in any case ever. Period. And Miss Love knows that. Miss Hilton knows that. All the other people sitting over there with them know that. Fanny knows that. I know that. Everyone with a law license knows that. And yet they're still trying it. So to me and how I understand my duty of candor, I'm not allowed to try some bullshit like that. Like if I know it cannot come, if there's a glimmer of hope it could come in, I'm supposed to zealously advocate. So if there is a glimmer of hope it could come in, I've got to try it. But when it's something like that on its face so boldly, truly will not get into any courtroom in America, the fact that you even asked, to me, is a breach of the duty of candor. If I were a judge, I would be admonishing attorneys for that kind of shit. I would be irate. How dare you waste my time? Are you fucking kidding me? What law school did you go to? I need to call them and find out if you actually passed.
Right.
Can I see your bar card? Are we sure you passed the bar exam? Like, are you yet here's Miss Love doing that. So every other lawyer in America wouldn't do that because they would risk looking like a fucking idiot, pissing off the judge, wasting their time. And Miss Love has no problem doing that? she definitely, the woman has no pride, that's for sure. So,
Right.
you know, it's that shit is like wild. Luckily, YFN Glanville made an appropriate ruling and did not allow it in. And the other thing is, especially after Georgia came out with their case law 2 months ago that said, you know, this music video with this kid with a gun in it was more prejudicial than probative. Why would you think a video of someone shooting at the gun range how could you even think that would be more probative than prejudicial?
Yo.
Like the fact that you even tried it, I want your bar card. Like that's a serious concern in my mind.
Yo, he be tripping. So, all right. So I think a lot of the evidence. All right. So how much of a RICO do you have without social media? How you feel about that? The way the DA's office in the Atlanta PD use the amount of time and effort they do watching social media to get convictions. So let me give an example. Quay.
Actually, social media is the only place they know how to search. Social media, they're showing posts where a word is highlighted because they clearly searched that person's page for that word.
Facts.
And then they clearly did not look at the context. See, the thing about English is it's a language that requires a lot of context, which is why we get a lot of people whose lives are ruined behind a soundbite, right? Like if you knew the context of what they said, it wouldn't have been as life ruining as just the soundbite. So English requires context, and all of those posts required context. But miraculously, the investigators can search on Instagram and Twitter, but somehow can't search Google. Isn't that wild? Wow. So yeah.
So
I'm sorry. It just makes me sick. It's like such a half-assed investigation and so much money spent on it.
So what that mean when they actually admit on the stand that, yo, I mean, I based my investigation off of getting compilations of videos from other bloggers, which are not complete videos. What you think about that?
Oh, that should not be allowed in. Period. End of story. There, the judge always talks about foundation. You have to lie a proper foundation before you have evidence introduced into a courtroom. Foundation requires authentication. You must authenticate it. In order to authenticate it, you have to know where it came from. In order to know where it came from, or to determine and authenticate where it came from, you need the person or a person who is familiar with that, right? So a compilation of shit on the internet could, in my mind, before this last week, I never thought that would ever be admitted into a courtroom. I wouldn't have even thought to go to a YouTube site and use a YouTube video to help me in any of my cases.
I was thinking the same thing, bro. I would have used that as a key. Like, okay, I got the point. Now, in order to use this, though, I need these original videos. I see this is clipped up. If anything, yes. I need the originals.
Let me go back and review the originals and see what it actually says.
Exactly. Right? Full context.
And that is why we have hearsay rules. That's why we have evidentiary rules. And that's how YFN Glanville is shitting on them. Like the dude, I cannot fucking believe it. So basically, and Brian Steele said this last week, he said, so basically anyone can go on the internet and whatever they see on the internet is admissible in your courtroom.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what he said. Because he used that word authenticate a lot. And Judge Glanville, for some reason, it's like he don't have to authenticate them videos and shit that Love is taking off the damn internet.
Oh, because they're the words of a party opponent. So what that means, like if we sue each other, all of our words that we say, those are coming in. They're not hearsay. We're both there. We're party opponents. Okay. So our words are always an exception to the hearsay rule. So Love is like, well, it's Young Thug saying it. Well, that's cool, but the problem is we don't have the context, and everyone here who went to law school is well aware that English requires context. Anyone who's had a kid go through school is aware of context clues. And what are the context clues? Why do they teach us that at school? Because context is important. So the fact that the judge just kind of completely overlooked that is just, this whole thing is such a shit show. It's so wild to me. I love it.
So how you feel about the trial possibly being brought to the forefront? They understood that it was not a good trial, like a case that they could actually win, but they knew the attention would give them what they needed politically to get a new jail.
Yeah, and also send a message to the gangs, because how I understand it is that the gangs of Atlanta have now spread out to the suburbs, and when it hits the burbs, then it's really a problem. So that was a joke. I'm being sarcastic. So Fannie allegedly ran on like this anti-gang thing, and that's what I was saying earlier. That's why I think they chose Young Thug, because he could be linked to it, because he had rapped about it, because he's from the area, and they can send a loud message far and wide. And then to your point, maybe gather up the money to go build a building. But I would argue that the cost of whatever building they need, if they had refrained from doing this entire case, they probably could have paid a lot towards that building.
Well, they going for Cop City and some new jails. So since Fulton County is the one of the lead counties, with the crime problem, I think they're using that to actually facilitate the echo to follow behind in some of the other counties. So if you notice, it's other RICOs that's popping up in some of these other counties as well. They going under the radar, but if you pay attention, they pushing gang all across the state of Georgia.
That's so interesting. Well, ideas spread like wildfire. I do property tax protests in Texas, and 1 year, one of the government employees realized that if you increase the value of the land, like, you really can't argue land value as long as everyone has the same land value. There's really no argument there. And that started in one county, and now that was like 4 years ago, and now like the whole state, every county does it that way. It's really sad, but
Yep.
that's the way things happen. Yep.
So what's the outcome of the trial and the way you see it from here?
I mean, I just got to say that I hope I live long enough to see the end of this trial, if I can be honest. I mean, every day I wake up is a blessing. So, like I said, I think there's going to be some serious reform on the back end. I don't think you're going to see a trial like this again. I hope the First Amendment issues are addressed, and that hopefully because of this trial they quit prosecuting hip hop just for having words in it. Not like your example before, when you're an actual suspect, but when you're just like someone in the neighborhood and wrote about it. Like,
yeah, a lot of them bluffing. They lying.
Yeah, exactly. And like puffery is like, lawyers are allowed to use puffery, so why can't artists, right? Like, so hopefully they get that kind of reform. I don't think anything will change at the DA's office. This is kind of how our government always operates. I hope for Brian Steele that he is able to write a book and go on tour. I think that YSL Shard's career is only going to get better. YSL Adams, same thing. So I think everything's going to work out great. I'm not sure about how the jury is going to, if they'll be acquitted or not. I haven't seen enough. We haven't even seen like a quarter of the prosecution's case. So I have to see a lot more of their case before I could make an idea about what the jury is actually thinking.
Right. All right. Let me ask you this. What you think about the second part of the YSL trial, and how can a jury come in unbiased if this is televised?
By the second part, do you mean the defense?
No, so you know how 9 or 10 people got plea deals, then another third of them got severed, and then we got this main YSL trial. So the other trial is in the workings, about to start.
Oh, with other gang members?
Yeah, the severed part. Remember, it was 28 people total.
But I thought the severed one, each one was severed to have an individual trial.
No, they doing it as one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, look.
That's interesting.
Yes, they all on one joint together.
Ew. Like, the whole point of getting severed was to have your own trial.
For some reason, you might want to check, but when I looked, I believe all of them are on there. Like it got split into like a half RICO. Matter of fact, I seen matter of fact, I did something and I seen that they basically been moving forward and all of the court documents. I download. That's what it was. I got transcripts, and the transcripts is one of the court trials because the cameras, they trying to get the cameras in there, so that they fighting to keep the cameras out. I forget, it's something going on over there, where as though I don't know, they moving different on that side, and it's fishy because I believe that they can't really get a fresh jury from Fulton County that doesn't already have an opinion.
Well, I don't necessarily believe that. I'm sure there's many people in Fulton County who don't follow court cases, who don't follow hip hop. I don't think necessarily the jury's the issue. And I also think like their trials would be substantially shorter than this one, unless they're trying to have another 2-year trial, 3-year trial. And then, yeah, the jury pool is going to be really difficult. Because who has time to sit a trial for 2 years? Like grandmas, retired people, that's it, really. So that's very interesting. So there was one incident where one of the defense attorneys got caught with prescription medication in the wrong bottle or something.
Yeah, 6'9".
At the courthouse, and they arrested him, the defense attorney. And they arrested him, and then as a result of his arrest, his client's case got severed.
Yeah, that's Miles Farley.
Yeah. So, okay. So I thought they were going, so like to me, if I was that lawyer and then I got that severance, but then we had to be put in a group defense, I'd be so pissed. Like I took a whole crime to get you out of that group and now we're in a group again. What the fuck?
Right.
See, that's why you shouldn't catch a case for your clients, right? It might not work out. Like, I mean, look at what's his face, Cohen. Like, it definitely didn't work out for him. So, wow, that's so interesting. I don't
The
know.
one female attorney. What about her? Remember the one female attorney that?
Fegan, Nicole Fegan.
Yeah.
She got the gang charge. I couldn't find her paperwork for her charge that she said she got in Baltimore, though.
Yeah, I saw that they charged her. And, quite frankly, if Miss Love sat and watched a couple of my lives, there's quite a few times I have to itch under my nose and definitely swipe my finger under there. And I've said, hey, gang, how you doing? And so I definitely think I could also be charged on RICO.
Facts.
As well.
I mean, we didn't caught Glanville wiping his nose, so they bluffing. Straight up.
Remember the other day when he was blowing his nose into the microphone?
Yo.
Oh, man.
It was so fucking irritating.
Yeah, that was one of the craziest days, to be honest.
You say that, but like every day is pretty crazy. There really haven't been any days where something wild didn't happen.
Dude, so. I think the most boring day was the day with all the phone records the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when Hilton was doing her presentation, yes. Because when Steele took over those phone records, it was not boring at all.
Yeah, that was cool. We needed that. That was
Steele debunked all that shit Hilton got.
He did. He did. I just can't. I keep thinking about like, what is the prosecution's closing going to be like? Because you're going to have to re-describe years worth. The defense is going to put on a case. The defense's case isn't going to take years because they're actually decent lawyers, but it's going to take quite a while because there's like 6 defendants and they each get their own presentation. Mm-hmm. So like when all of that is done, then we go into closing arguments. And oh my God, if Love does it, I mean, what a nightmare. And it's going to take days, like just days of her rehashing and saying things that we've already heard. And
her opening
Love
statement was donkey. It was
well,
donkey.
her opening statement violated the Constitution and a mistrial should have been called immediately.
What she do? Why you say that?
She pointed to the defense and said, they won't show you any evidence. And the Supreme Court of the United States has ruled that it is illegal for the prosecution to shift the burden onto the defense. 100% of the burden in a criminal courtroom is on the state, period, end of story. And so she burden shifted in her opening, and in any other court in America, it would have been an automatic mistrial. But because they had just spent 2 years finding those jurors, the judge was like, I'm going to allow it and make a special jury instruction.
Mm.
So like when this goes to appeal, the appeals court is not even going to have to read, 8 million pages of transcript. They could just literally read the first 20 minutes of her opening. Call it a
Wow.
day. It's fucking wild. Like when she did that, I was very excited for that. I mean, when she did that, I was like, what the fuck did I just hear? I mean, if by the time you get out of law school, you know better than to do that kind of shit. And
Mm-hmm.
certainly when you're at the level Miss Love wants us to perceive her to be, like, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
the level that Glanville put her at, you're all seasoned advocates. That's what oh my, she kills me with that
Well, they are all seasoned advocates.
shit.
I mean, Mr. Harvey is such a seasoned advocate. He has a whole rule about him. So yeah, Glanville's not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Steele and Adams have been practicing since 91. Harvey since 77. Matthews is also in the 90s. He started practicing. So these are seasoned advocates. They which to me means you should know better, right? Like if I'm a judge and I'm saying, hey, we're all seasoned advocates, that means don't be pulling this bullshit with me.
Right.
So
You
guys,
think it's
I've had
going?
an awesome morning.
You
It's
think
been
it's?
so fun
Yeah,
hanging
this
out
is
with
cool.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
this
You
is
I
have any
got this
questions?
one question for you. You think it's going to be a
Okay.
mistrial?
No, I'm quite confident that it won't be because, again, it should have been a mistrial in that opening. There's
Okay.
several other times when Glanville public. Okay, one of my favorite moments, and it's only because I'm a lawyer, and this is like in my mind, this is the way we behave. It kind of made me feel a little like, oh, okay, I'm normal. Glanville said something to Steele about not being prepared in front of the jury.
Right.
Yeah.
And after the jury left, Steele went up and was like, could you please never talk that way in front of the jury about me again? And Love tried to talk over him, object. And Steele said, I don't care about her objection. I don't care.
Right. Right.
I want to talk to you about this. So that I don't care. I do that all the time. I don't care. Because there's a lot of things in this world that are truly superfluous. They don't actually have to do with, what's in front of me right now. And so I don't care. I only care about the matter at hand, the facts at hand. It's a very lawyer type thing, right? And so I was like, oh, okay, I'm not alone in this world. But that right there could have been a mistrial. Like when he called him, when Glanville said he was unprepared, that's crazy. Steele is one of the most prepared lawyers I've ever seen in my entire life. Like to call him unprepared, especially when okay, here's the other thing. In civil court, where I practice, at least 7 days before my trial, I send to my opponent a witness and evidence list. Now, I don't necessarily tell my opponent, this witness, this piece of evidence, this witness, this piece of evidence. But since my opponent is also a licensed attorney, they could pretty much look at it and put two and two together, right? They understand where things are going to come in. Well, what I understand from this case is that hasn't happened. The prosecution keeps bringing in new shit. They keep looking Instagram posts up in the morning. They find a new tape. They find a new this, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
And so it's really hard to prepare when you don't know what the other side is going to do, right? If we were psychics, and Glanville said this, oh no, I'm sorry, this is not Glanville, a judge I was in front of on Thursday said this. He said, if I were psychic, I would have a winning lottery ticket and you would be talking to a different judge.
Right. Yeah.
And that goes for all of us, right? Like none of us would be at work or doing whatever it is if we were psychic because we wouldn't have to be.
Right.
So I don't know, man. Like I also heard that Glanville had a case where he called a mistrial and then the person while waiting the new trial like killed someone else or something.
Yeah, I
Here's
heard
the
about
problem though. The judge's job is to make sure that each side is following the rules in presenting their side. And if someone violates the rule or does something such that there's a mistrial, that doesn't have anything to do with the defendant. That has to do with the game that we call the legal opposition, right? If the judge is the referee and the lawyers are the players, then a mistrial is just like having to call a game or whatever. So
Even
for
if it
a
is, but even if
judge,
it is, I'm sorry, even if it is a mistrial, though, Cadillac, the state don't have to pick it back up, though, do they?
exactly. And so for a judge to feel like some kind of way, to have feelings that interfere with your neutrality as a judge is a problem. And that's a particular problem if you're upset because you called a mistrial and someone killed someone else. Like, that doesn't have to do with you. That has to do with the state. That has to do with the mistrial. Even if you were wrong in calling that mistrial, it's your job. Like, you have to do it. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. But like, to then go be wrong in a lot of other cases because you have some kind of feeling about it, that's unacceptable. That you're not allowed to have feelings. Like, the feelings don't belong in the courtroom. The court is like about law and fact, not feelings.
Hmm.
So
So what do you
it's
think Steele is
particularly
doing when he asked? Because we were keeping number. I don't remember where we was at, post, but we was trying to keep numbers on how many times Steele has asked for a mistrial. What do you think he's doing when he's doing that? Is he kind of like setting
well, I
the?
can tell you exactly what he's doing. He's preserving the record.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So it's our job as attorneys to preserve the record. We want to preserve the record for an appeal.
Okay. That's
So
what we thought. That's what we thought. Yep.
yeah, so he has to go that far. So an interesting thing, when someone asks the question, let's say Steele asks the witness a question and the state objects, but the witness answers, before
Hmm.
the state is able to get
Hmm.
their objection. If the judge sustains the objection, the state is then supposed to say, please strike it from the record.
Right.
And the judge is supposed to turn to the jury and say, please disregard that.
Right.
Well, I don't know if you noticed,
They haven't been
but the
doing that.
state the women lawyers for the state haven't done it hardly at all. The white guy who went this week, he did it
Hmm.
once. Now I know it gets old and redundant because I'm a lawyer and I have to do it, but like, that's what you got to do. Like, that's our
Hmm.
job. And even if you hear Shard saying, I know I made this objection, I'm restating this objection, can I have what they call it a continuing objection. In Texas we call it
Hmm.
a running objection. It runs with the trial.
Okay.
So for them, it's like a continuing objection means I made this objection now and I'm making it from here on out. So every time I think I should have to say objection as it pertains to this, I won't have to again. It's already objected to. Okay, so that's why you do a running objection. So like, if it comes up again, it's already objected to. And all of that is just to preserve the error. All of
Hmm.
that is just our job. And you're supposed to take it to a certain level. And in the case of Brian Steele, he's supposed to go all the way to asking for a mistrial, because if the appeals court finds that a mistrial was appropriate at that time and he asked for it, then boom, you win your appeal.
Okay. And then they
If you
basically
didn't
just go
ask
back.
for it,
They
you
just
lose.
basically go back in the transcripts to see how many times he asked for a mistrial and why did he ask for a mistrial at this point. And then do they basically,
No,
they don't do
no,
that?
that's not how an appeal is not a complete review of the trial and,
Hmm.
stats and such. Um, in the appeal, you write everything. You write a request for an appeal on things, and you have to show to the court that it's appealable error. So that it's
Okay.
an error, and not just like because there's regular little errors, that's happening, but then there's appealable errors. That's like when with the burden shifting,
Okay.
when Love burden shifted in her opening, that's appealable error. But lots of judges make missed calls all the time, right? Not all of them mean you're going to win on appeal. So the appeal itself is an outline of every incident where there's an appealable error, basically. and a request to the appeals court to agree and then toss it back.
Huh. Okay.
All right, guys, this has been awesome, but I do need to get my morning workout.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say I
I
ain't want to hold
appreciate
you up
you.
too long. I appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, appreciate it all. Appreciate it.
Anytime you want to come through, or I'll stop through your channel anytime. Just let me know.
Yeah, I want to. I wish we could get our email so that I could. Where can I send you my email or something so we can
Mine
arrange
is
a time to get together?
ebanfilms@yahoo. Send me an email just so I can have yours.
That's so easy. Okay, hold on, let me get me a pen so I can write that down.
Yeah, everybody in the chat, y'all follow her page. It's Cadillac Law. That's the correct way to find you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank
Cadillac
you.
Law. That's one L in Cadillac, y'all.
All right, I will send you an email. I appreciate you allowing me to hop on this morning. I've had a lot of fun.
Straight up. Yep. We appreciate you coming through, talking to us about law. I had some more questions for you next time, so we looking forward to you coming back.
Okay, sounds good. I always tell my clients, just write your questions down in one place.
All right,
and
I
then we
got
can
you.
come together and I'll answer them all at one time.
Oh, ho. Oh, 808, I ain't see you down there. My bad, 808, you've been down there in the goo. All right, so we'll catch you when you come back through Cadillac.
Sounds great. Thanks, guys.
All right, Cadillac. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
My bad, 808. I wasn't looking at the clubhouse screen, bro. I was doing all types of other stuff. I ain't mean to leave you down there.
Man, that was cool, man. She gave us a lot of information, a lot of insight, bro. I like her.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't get to talk about fashion.
Yeah, we couldn't get into a lot of stuff. I wanted to ask. I mean, I know I could kind of tell when she was kind of leaning towards she was about ready to get out, so I didn't really want to go into too much. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, she got to get her workout in. I understand that. But it was cool that she slid through for. She was on here for a minute. We was rocking for a minute with her though.
Yeah, she stayed for about 2 hours then.
Yeah, down there 2 hours.
And I think it was really a little bit more than 2 hours, to be honest, because she
Because when I
came at
first
the
got
beginning.
on, I seen you talking to her, and I slid. I was trying to get in. I've been trying to get in a couple times, but I don't know why come I couldn't. I finally figured it out how I could talk. You know what I mean? Because I told you this D Wood. This D Wood. I always be on during the week, but my actual name is up here on Clubhouse thing. But yeah, I had to get in when I seen her. I said, "Oh yeah, he rocking this morning. He got Cadillac on there.
Yeah, she popped up,
Yeah,
ready
that
to
was
rock.
cool."
Yeah, salute to everybody in here. Tap the like button. To the people that hit the Cash App, I appreciate that. To the people, the new members, new subscribers, I appreciate y'all pulling up. I mean, what's up? I'm rocking with y'all. It ain't necessarily time for me to get out. If anybody else want to come on and talk, hit the Clubhouse link. I think it's still in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. I think it's still there, man. That was a nice convo.
Yeah, it was. I wanted to ask her about, a bunch of other little stuff. Like, I don't know if you hip to it, Post. You probably ain't been checking it out, but like when we off, when they don't have no trial, because you know how they do. We one day we on, one day we off. I done found another little trial I've been checking out, and I was wanted to ask her insight about that, how she felt about it. But it's up in Massachusetts. The girlfriend they trying to accuse this. Allegedly, they saying this woman ran over her boyfriend. He's a police officer and killed him.
Yeah, I seen it.
Did you see that?
Yeah, what's the name of it?
It's called the boyfriend
No,
cop murder trial.
what's her
I forget what
name though?
her name is Karen Reed.
Yeah, the Reed. Yeah, I
Yeah,
seen it. I looked at a little clip of it.
man, they framed that woman, man. I don't care, bro. I don't believe she did it.
What?
I don't think she did it, Post. I'm telling you, bro. It's just too many variables. It's too much reasonable doubt, bro. Because the line, the house where they found him at, laying in the line, it was another police officer's house, bro. Nobody in the neighborhood and had no
What?
cameras or nothing. Yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, plus they asked, so they sent the letter, the DA's office sent the letter to him, of course, and told him about don't get rid of your phone, blah, this, blah, that, because we need your phone for, You know this dude that upgraded his phone, bruh, and turns his he got a new phone and everything. That was the first red flag for me right there.
So hold, you saying it's a flying car?
Nah, it ain't no flying car. It ain't the flying car. So basically, what they saying is Karen Reed, which was the cop that died boyfriend, girlfriend, they trying to state is saying she ran him over, bruh. And it was 6 inches. It was like 6 inches of snow on the ground. You know how Massachusetts. This is in
No.
January of 2022.
So but you think it's something fishy going on? That's what I mean by flying
Yeah,
car.
yeah, it's flying car. Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
something like some
definitely.
type of
It's
it's
definitely
something ain't
flying
right.
car. Yeah, definitely, bro. Come on, man. It's come on, bro. Definitely. Yeah.
Who else in the chat watched that, y'all? So y'all saying I could do that trial and people would stay tuned?
Man, people, hey, pose. I've been meaning to say something to you about it, but because like right now would be a good time, especially because okay, so next week I'm gonna tell you what's up. Next week, so we'll be back Monday for third. They said they're coming in Monday.
Yeah.
They off Monday, and Karen Reed, but they'll be back Tuesday, I think.
I mean, they got all of it that I ain't see. I want to see the opening statement. I've been saying it.
Bruh, you got to see it, man. And the prosecutor is ass cheeks, bruh. He's terrible. But she got 3 good lawyers. She got 2 male lawyers and a female lawyer. You
Shorty
see what
did
I'm
an
saying?
interview before the trial.
Yes,
Bro, I seen that too, bro.
yes.
Oh, y'all been watching that? Oh, so y'all trial hawks. So what's the other one? So what's up with the one with the black dude that smoked the little girl? Yeah, I know y'all seen that one. It's in Detroit or something. It's
I ain't
mad
hip to
ones
that.
on. Y'all ain't peeped that one?
I ain't hip to that one.
Yo, hold on. What's the name? I might be able to think about it. It's flooded on my timeline. That one was flooded, and this other one with this black kid with the young girl. What's the name of that one, y'all? I know y'all seen it. I forget the name of it. I don't want to botch it up.
But we definitely if you tap in every blue moon and check on the Karen Reed
The
trial,
Karen
you'll know.
Reed joint.
Yeah.
It's worth my investigative skill set to go over there and check it out,
What?
huh?
Hey, Brad, Post, you'll have a field day on this one, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, Knox say he watched it. Yo, put a 1 in the chat, yo, if y'all watched the what's her name?
Karen Reed.
Karen Reed. That's what the Karen part caught my attention. Oh, it's a Karen or she thugging, huh? They holler she innocent.
Facts.
I seen the title to a video that was an official video from like a news site that said, yo, this is what says that this proves that Karen Reed is innocent or some shit. I say, whoa, I ain't click on it though. Play fighting got out of hand. What?
You know, in all them little small towns, all them white folks, they all know each other.
Hell yeah. I've been in some.
Yeah.
I've been in some areas like that, y'all. Like I went to school where different little towns of white people all went to my school, but I lived in a neighborhood that was like down the street with regular, like black and white people. But they all knew each other, like some big family type shit. I swear. Shit was crazy. Like when you get into their loop, it'd be like, oh yeah, that's the people from this area. They all live over there. And I'm like, what? I was unfamiliar with it. But yeah, that shit was going down out there. Not on no old tough, like they was in the streets. No, I'm talking about like local, what is that? Gossip and pettiness going on. They used to say dumb shit like, yeah, yo, they be having arguments and this group beefing with this group. I'm like, man, them niggas rich.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. I remember that, yo. Like it was really like beefs going on, but it would be like family beefs, like this brother beefing with this brother type shit, and these different families beefing. Like what?
Hey, Post, not only did the guy I was telling you about where the line where they found the body at, did he get rid of his phone, bruh? Dude got rid of his dog, bruh. I think his dog had something to do with it too.
What?
Yes.
Hold on. So what parts I need to watch? I gotta watch it all, or is dry at certain moments?
It ain't really. I'm gonna tell you something. It ain't really dry. Because like all the witnesses that they've been calling up is witnesses of the family, the Alberts. Okay, that's their name, the Alberts. Them the ones that the guy that I told you about that got rid of the phone. All
Yeah.
his family is called the Albert. His name is Brian Albert Senior. So they done called his son up. They done called his daughter up. They done
Yeah.
called his nephews, his nieces up. They done called everybody up. And it ain't dry because you could tell they lying, Post. That's what I'm saying. You could tell they lying.
Oh,
You
everybody
feel me?
lying.
Everybody lying.
Oh, I ain't know. Everybody
Yeah.
lying. Okay, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like I said, bro, when they bought the dog up and they got rid of the dog, I was hollering, bro. they, said, well, what happened to your dog? How long did you have your dog? About 6 years. Okay, so where's the dog at now? Well, we rehomed the dog. We know the dog is
Rehomed him.
in Vermont, bro. From Massachusetts to
Oh,
Vermont.
I ain't never heard of rehome, bro. That's different.
Facts.
Nigga said rehome. And the feds are investigating them for their investigation of her. What? Keep it hip hop. Oh, so you saying don't try to get no fan base from no other crowd? I mean, I like the trial thing, and I ain't gonna lie, I like deciphering whether the police or somebody lying. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I like being able to call that shit out, so I might have some interest in this trial. We talking crime, but still, that's hip hop.
Yeah. And we talk. Guess what else we talking in this trial, Post? We on the gang shit, right? We literally showing that these motherfucking cops up in Massachusetts, they a gang, bruh. You hear me?
Oh shit, we got Rico. We got Rico over here, man. We found real Rico. I might,
Facts.
I might. All right, so I ain't gonna lie. I had my second channel. Yeah, it's a long story. What happened with that channel? I don't even want to talk about it, but I got a third channel. The second channel's gone. He got smoked. Yo, somebody slid on the second channel, y'all.
What?
Yes. It might have been Woody. I don't know who. You know what I mean? Testifying from the grave. Nah. How? Yo, I might have to do that on the third channel, y'all.
Yeah.
I might gotta do that on the third. Yo, my bad, y'all. I know y'all thinking, yo, I'm not gonna keep following. I mean, trust me, y'all. It ain't in vain. Somebody sniped me on the second channel. Seriously, I got tricked. I had to smoke. Well, technically, I smoked it, but it was to save. It was to save. Yeah, I mean, he had to go. He had to go. He came back wounded. I say, oh, what happened? He holla, I hurt. I say, yo, we can't take you to the hospital. They're gonna lock us all up. And I had to smoke him, bro. I had to smoke him, bro.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Hey,
Yeah, bro. Long story short, bro. Shit got crucial.
You did your Lucci on and you pushed him out the car too.
Yeah, I went back to the car, smoked the fug. He was in the hospital. I'm like, damn, I don't want I had to do this shit. You feel me? I thought about it for a minute. The repercussions. He had to go, bro.
Right.
It's best that we did it that way while everybody was going down.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. They was trying, word got back. It was some speculations going on in the streets. It was some murmurs. I'm like, oh, hell no. We ain't having that. I had to pull a move. Yeah. But cops all over. Yeah. Woody coming up? Yeah, Woody is coming. Rich Homie Quan coming on the 28th, and his father coming. Yeah, it is a lot of Copeland. I mean, Woody cousin named Copeland Nooney got smoked, and he was running with the IRC crew, and IRC was the New Orleans boys. So nobody tell me that YSL 30 Deep was running with the New Orleans boys doing robberies. I ain't never heard nothing about the Atlanta boys joining up with the New Orleans niggas and it was 30 deep. I ain't never heard that part. Where'd that come from?
Mm. Well, you think, hey, Post, you think that was one of them things where they couldn't beat them, so they joined them?
I mean, and you actually resonate with them though. You feel this thing that y'all doing? Y'all run around on this. Let's take something. I'm with that too though. Let's go. You feel me? So like it's partly that too. Like yeah, cause all right. Let me say this. I grew up in an area where we was all hybrids to the neighborhood, right? We all was from different areas, and everybody brought some shit from the area. One nigga popped up with mad, like my one man used to bring shit from Philly, like different little hustles or shit niggas was doing. One nigga was from Annapolis, Maryland. He came with some shit. You feel me? So like I know how this works. So you get some niggas from New Orleans. The whole thing is, yo, what type shit y'all be on? So these boys come over on some more shit, bro. We niggas, you already know, we running down on shit. We trying to eat. So niggas, it looks like they really bring this heavy duty kick door we on niggas ass robbery tip. It looked like, but for that ain't going on. I swear to God. But look, 30 Deep turns and picks it up. Seriously, that turns into an Atlanta thing after the bloody summer, y'all. Was it before? I don't see no, not to say it wasn't happening. Come on, you got guys, but it looks like it turns into a thing. Robbing crews. That's just my opinion. Hold on real quick. Hold on, I got a call.
Interpretation of the calls and the state's estimation is exactly correct. The each call is an effort to get assistance for a man who is dying. So the emergency remains ongoing, contrary to my colleague's distinction in terms of the crime itself. There's a person there who is still trying to hang on. And as far as the cumulative nature of the calls,
what's the difference between 1 and 5? Calls 1 and 5 seem to replicate the same kind of thing, but can you distinguish why the jury would need to hear both?
Yes, Your Honor. In 1, they're telling the 911 caller is giving sort of a description of where they are. We're right here in front of Castleberry. They're asking for aid.
Directions.
They're giving back, right. Okay. Just 1 second, Your Honor. In the first call, they say that they're at Northside and McDaniel, and they are describing that they're at a particular location. They are, of course, trying to get help.
I'm back.
And they're just saying Northside and McDaniel.
Katrina was the catalyst. So the robbing crew, the international robbing crew was allegedly dudes from New Orleans that came to Georgia and then started the robbing crew when they got there. They was already thugging, but the actual name comes when they get to Atlanta. But the weird thing is when it's mentioned, it's almost mentioned as being an Atlanta-based crew. So I was assuming that they was Atlanta dudes. Mason, what you talking about, bro? Yo, you can't type like radical stuff in the chat. Yo, you gotta be careful what you type. It'll make us, you feel me? Like just like the stuff you can't type in the title. You gotta be careful what you type in the chat now. They super reading it. So like all of that you just typed, Mason, you needed to put some cut on that. Them keywords. You heard me. But salute to everybody in here. Tap the like button. Help me get to 200. I held y'all down on a Saturday morning. We came with something exclusive. Me and Cadillac talking. That was decent. We had a guest in there talking with us. Some of y'all could have pulled up too. That's my fault. I didn't get a chance to see y'all was in here. If y'all want to come up and talk, I sent you an invite, 808. You might got to come out, go out and come back. Salute to everybody in here. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe to the third channel. It's a long story. Catch up though. All right, so I mean, I know the IRC. I'm gonna do a video on the IRC. I think if I get around to it, hopefully it keep my interest. Richard Lee, you must not be around here. No, they not proving him being a leader. So they not proving him being a leader. Actually, they proved he wasn't a leader. To be honest, they helped my case. So they proved he wasn't a leader. He's not actively pointing the finger anywhere. Actually, they are not proving furtherance. He allowed loose gang members that took and ran with YSL because they were on the streets and bums and broke. And they actually incriminated him loosely through proximity. And then he's being charged on the back end. Hence, on the phone, someone there claiming to be his right-hand man that was criminalistic calls him rapper boy. The real leaders of the gang was more people like Hot Rod and OG Bentley or Woody, to be honest. More people follow behind Woody because he was a threat than Thug. Straight up. Now, be cool with Thug, yeah, but still, people calling him the rapper boy, bro. That means you're not really a threat. You gone, you removed from the streets. We really be out here. You be rapping. Us, we really be out here thugging while you be doing that shit. You know what I mean? You ain't, I know what that mean. I know what that mean. I'm an engineer that's really outside. So when we talking about somebody, niggas can't say, oh, he an engineer. I'm the type of engineer that can call niggas rapper boys. Yeah. So I know when niggas call niggas rapper boy, what it mean. Oh, yo, rap. Yo, who's yo? Oh, that's my man. He just rap. Yeah, I know what that mean. I'm from that, where niggas talk like that. Oh, that's your peoples? Who's yo? Oh, no, he just rap for real. I know what that mean. Yo is not with none of this shit that we on. That's what that mean. You mean? I know what that mean. I do this. I'm from a city where, you know, being a rapper is one thing and being really with it. Now, if a person is a hybrid, he do both for real, then a person will acknowledge that. Oh, no. No. Yo ain't just no rap. No, he cool with that rap shit, but nah. Nah. Now, they try to put that on yo with the skirt thing. They try to say, nah, don't sleep. But you hear what the fuck is people saying. Straight up, we go all, you know, fans of his. Oh, no, you know, they say he had the K underneath the dress. Man, look what I told y'all, bro. If Boy was really that active, one of these rats would have came out and red-handed, yo, say, nah, he got body in 09. Hell yeah. Holmes ain't slick. His slender ass ain't that sweet. He got body in 09, man. Over in the Jacks, over in Jonesboro, right after shit closed down. Hell yeah. One of them, man, we would have heard that, man. Holmes ain't got that smoke on his jacket. The way niggas tell him, man, they would have used that for a get out of jail free card by now. It would have been in the joint. Straight up, y'all. At first, I was going for it.
We ain't even heard about Thug having no fight or nothing, bruh.
First, I was going for it a little bit, though, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas saying, yo, nah, he got a body. You know, niggas was speculating around the time that the New Orleans boys popped up, that Holmes was running around smoking shit. That's what they was alluding to. I ain't gonna lie. I couldn't debunk it, so I was like, damn, I mean, shit, that would be a good time. You got some out-of-towners. You young and dumb. Fuck it. Them niggas, where they at? You feel me? Straight up. Technically, that's plausible. But once I seen the level of people telling in this situation to save themselves, that card to, nah, niggas backdooring, nah, somebody would have used that. We would have got that info by now. We would have heard a name of the speculation or something. We ain't got nothing pointing us to, nah, Thug did that one. I'm telling you, they would have been there. We would have heard it by now, yo. Somebody would have said it in the comments. A mention of it would have been there. I ain't heard not a mention. Yo, nah, bro. It's from like 2010, Holmes, yeah. Nah, niggas just speculated a rough version of like they say he was holding it down when the New Orleans boys tried to hold on, bro. The boy was how old? Hold on. Fuck you talking about, bro? Hold on. We talking 05 to 07. I got to busting niggas down about that, and niggas started getting all wobbly with the story. I'm like, yo, the New Orleans boys pop up around Katrina. Niggas talking about, it was like, bro. Nigga, the whole world know when Katrina happened. You can't change that date. They put a boxing video out of him. Nah, I don't remember that, Blake. What you mean? Boxing video. A thug? Now, I'm not saying he ain't with the shit, y'all. Listen, nah. It's a thing where you could be outside full throttle and you ain't have to get a body. So there ain't nothing wrong with that. If you smart out there, you don't want to have to. You got crash dummies around you. For real. Your whole goal is to get rich before you had to do that. For real. So I ain't saying he loses credibility for not. But I'm saying is it's safe to say at this point that more than likely we ain't heard not one person give no real like a timestamp or a place on a show enough red-handed body. Safe to say, bro got famous before. Now, was he some type of running around doing some crazy shit? Probably. I mean, robbery's pretty crazy. Especially if y'all keep doing it. So, I mean, technically, going around being with the robbing crew. So I think that's weird that the robbing crew allegedly was connected to 30 Deep and they was from New Orleans.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, so Nikki say Thug brothers and sisters were the ones with the shit. Hold on, Nikki. What you know? Where this come from? So we talking about some of the elders. All the way down the line. Hold on. I do remember the one brother got smoked by the law, but hold on. What he was doing? I need some proof. We talking about a family of criminals? Either way, I don't know why you ain't up here. I done sent you an invite. You gotta go out and come back. Sugar Beat defending Doug. She said he could box now. He couldn't box 8 years ago, but he don't hit soft no more. She defending Doug weak punches.
How she know? How she know?
He don't hit women. My man don't hit women.
Nah, I don't believe he hit no women, bro.
I need to get in contact with Doug's father. Who knows some other lawyers we could talk to? Or who's some other suggestions? Anybody else? You got no Atlanta people? With somebody from the music scene of Atlanta that's older.
It would be slick to get somebody, you know what I mean?
I know somebody down there, but he from up here. I need somebody that's from there. I would like to talk to that light-skinned chick that be working on Big Facts. What's her name?
Big facts. What's that?
What? Jade. Baby Jade. I would like to talk to her. What's the dude that's a Crip that was rapping with Gunna? He was locked up. He home now? I'd like to talk to yo. We might be able to pull that up. That's kind of crazy though. I don't want to talk about nothing incriminating though. Talk to some old heads about the bloody summer. I ain't gonna lie. Now I got some. They even got the dude from New Orleans locked up in Georgia. The alleged leader. Slugger. They smoked the witness out front of the club. Club 112. Where the players dwell. But I want to know how 30 Deep connected to this though. Straight up. Like, why in this indictment, well, in this paperwork I'm reading, it's saying that the 30 Deep dudes they had a beef that was connected to them, and then it includes goddamn Woody Cousin allegedly. And then you got the part where Pac-Man Jones testifies. Hold on, now these boys is indicted in California? What? Hold on, ain't no way this the same dudes, bro. What? Denver and California. Ain't no way these the same dudes. Hell no. They can name these boys the same dudes, but these goddamn Spanish bulls. They done named an international robbing crew, stole their name. That's crazy. All right, y'all, so that's crazy. So what's up with the banks? So is this a link to Nut Brother? These boys ain't start hitting the international robber crew wasn't hitting banks, was they? Hold on. Atlanta armed robbery crew sentence. Yeah, I'm about to have to go down this rabbit hole, y'all. I need to know more about these guys that's running around acting the ass in these areas. Sunday Dollar, salute for that subscription. Yeah, y'all, I gotta do some research. I ain't gonna drag this stream out while I'm doing the research, y'all. I need to find some more connections. They got more stuff on Birdman. Yeah, Birdman got 1 million bodies, y'all. Yo, Birdman, how many bodies this man got over in New Orleans, bro? What's up with all them rappers that done died that he had? Seriously, bro. What's the dude? Kilo G? Yeah, bro, I was going down rabbit holes. Woody 30 Deep. I know. God damn it. What the?
Not again.
Yeah. All right, so look, y'all, I'm about to do some research. Pay attention. I'm going to drop some videos later on. I'll be back, though. You already know. I appreciate y'all pulling up. It's time for me to do some research, do some work, come up with some content. You feel me? I ain't going to bluff y'all and just sit up here and do research with y'all. It need to be compacted a little bit. You know what I mean? Informative. But I see y'all in a little bit. Straight up, salute. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Tap the like button on the way out if you didn't. Subscribe to the third channel. It's at the top of the chat. Salute to everybody on Clubhouse, too, that came to talk. I appreciate that, too.
All right, post later, bro.
All right.